You're at
All
least an
right.
idiot who can tell good jokes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's...
Everyone,
Alright.
everyone, I'm so excited. Welcome back to this episode of Germa 985 BTMC
Oh,
Jinxie
shut
Distortion
up.
2.
I went to like because I put the Aspen Grove thing down, which I copy and pasted the Aspen Grove thing down, but apparently, like I also for some reason I had also copy pasted a bunch of other words. And I do not know where they came from until I looked at like the Twitch like Twitch on like the my Chrome tab, and I was like, why does it say I am German 985? Why does it say that? And then I went back and just
T-Pain,
like
apparently.
apparently I'm
Which
also
one of us is
T-Pain.
T-Pain? Wait, which one of us is T-Pain?
I mean, who
we
brings
need to
pain?
we need to assign ourselves to these people that you accidentally sponsored.
Well, Dante is the Storm Barbarian, so I think Big Puffer, because I don't know who any of these people are.
Big Puffer is a gaming YouTuber and streamer.
Hmm.
I didn't know
Um,
T-Pain was a streamer. Honestly, I didn't know.
I'm wouldn't be the first celebrity who's turned to streaming video games.
I mean, how else are you supposed to stay relevant nowadays?
True.
Exactly.
True. Honestly.
Let's
All
see.
right. So. Um. Oh God.
It's always when we don't interrupt you that you do this.
Listen, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's been a while.
You don't know what you're doing? Why are we here then?
No, I never know what I'm doing. We're just here to play D&D. You think I ever know what we're doing?
Caleb, just stammer through 3 whole sentences of just ums and ahs, and then I guess you'll figure it out. Trust me.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, last time we were all together, everybody quickly and very frantically dipped from their lovely little home in Andorra after Holly was able to successfully remove the blood-tinged ring that Noctis gave her. And in a, frantic panic and fear that Noctis was going to come and and burn the house down, everyone decided to flee to Lunaris. There in Lunaris, everybody, you all made your way. Well, no, you just kind of appeared at the Erengard estate. You didn't have to make your way there at all. But you came to the Erengard estate and you met Quinn's mothers, Eloise and Zephyr. I believe is what their names are, right? Yes. God, it's been a while. I'm sorry. They welcomed you with as warm as a welcome as they could muster, but did give you a brief warning that they were worried that you are bringing trouble. So, with that in mind, and that small warning, you all laid down for rest, and each of you had your own sort of small and private rooms. I'm gonna turn down the music because I don't fucking have it at the right setting. That's fine. And then I'm going to, so as you all awake the next morning,
Caleb,
what?
I'm not. let me get into the little aside with Alycia and Liz here.
Mm.
Were you two gonna do a thing?
Nah, I think the moment's passed. I don't remember
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. It's been too
That's
long.
fine.
I don't care about it anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. All right, never mind, Caleb. We wake up the next morning. Sorry.
Well, you wake up the next morning and you could smell the sort of warm and sweet scent of French toast that begins to kind of fill the house as you wake up. You guys can make your way down into the very large and lavish dining space where there is lots of French toasts with different sort of toppings, whether it be berries, chocolates, syrups. It's fairly customizable. And breakfast has been prepared and served for you, so you all can have a very full breakfast. And there's also a bunch of sort of bacon and sausages as well for sides and whatever. for you, Ripley. More likely. It looks like they made that there. But I guess from this house, the day is yours. Is there anything you guys wish to talk about or do?
Yeah, I want to go. I know there's something I want to do. If anyone else has something else, because I just want to talk to Quinn's parents real quick before we do anything else or go back home. Yeah.
Easy enough.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, you
Alright.
can easily find them. They kind of like welcome you and kind of give you a good morning in the house.
Good morning. I wanted to ask a little favor. I'm gonna pay, obviously, but could you make me a magic item? Specifically something that can make it so I can't be like fucked with mentally, at least to some degree, or like spied on or something. Is that something you can do with magic?
Well, certainly. You see, Zephyr, the kind of, the one who has the prosthetic arm and the kind of shorter dark hair, she kind of is like, or sorry, no, she has long dark hair. Eloise has the short hair. Sorry, it's been a while. Sorry. Zephyr's like, well, yeah, of course. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Something that might be like anti-scry, so people can't really sort of see you or, mess with you.
Yeah, something like that, or something that,
Like an amulet of non-detection.
sure, something like that, or like something that keeps things out of my noggin. But that sounds like it'll work wonders. I'm good with that.
To keep things out of your noggin is one thing, and to make sure people can't see you is another.
I'm gonna go ahead and trust the professional on this one. How about that?
Well, we could technically give you both, but like that, those are two separate items.
I don't have that much money, so I'm gonna stick with just the one for now. So I'll do the non-detection, as he called it.
Yeah, of course. Let me check my workshop. I might have something similar to that already. And yeah, you see Zephyr kind of begin to run off kind of towards that sort of like woody smelling workshop that's kind of like on the more western side of the house. She kind of runs off for a little while.
I mean, if she doesn't stop me, I will follow.
Yeah, sure.
Just 'cause I'm curious.
Yeah, you could follow a little bit. And that's all I'm trying to figure out. You did not tell me how much this would be.
What rarity is it?
Wondrous.
Oh, like it's not.
Yeah, it's technically considered a wondrous magic item. So it'd be about
Uncommon.
yeah.
So it'd be like 2,000, 3,000 something.
Yeah.
Was that your woman?
Yeah, roughly. Anyway, but you follow as if you're kind of down into like this sort of wooden workshop area. It's kind of got like a little bit of like a gold kind of candlelight, but it's not lit by actual candles. It's more like these like globs of kind of like orangish yellow light that kind of like float and hover around the area. Some are trapped in like small like lantern like cages for decorations, so you can see kind of hang along the top beams as you kind of head down like a small wooden staircase into like a very large and very cluttered, but it's a very organized, cluttered kind of space. And you see she begins to wander around and kind of begin to dust things out of the way and kind of look around. And then you hear she's just like, amulet, amulet, amulet. And she kind of turns and kind of like throws open this giant chest that's made completely of wood, but as she peels it open, you can see like these spikes that were digging into the wood below. It almost looks like this chest resembles a mimic, while it's not actually a mimic. And she pulls it open, begins to kind of dig through it. You hear the clanging of metals and different sort of projects that she kind of scoops aside. And she pulls out this one sort of necklace on like a silvery chain And the amulet itself looks similar to like an eye-like shape, like an eye shape. And but the eyelid itself kind of like it looks like it's like a separate contraption, so the eye can open and close. And she kind of is like, here, I can offer you this. It's a little bit of a modified version of it that I modified myself. Basically, when you're attuned to it, you can kind of choose whether or not you want to be seen or unseen. So, in case people, if you're being watched and, you don't want to seem super suspicious that you're trying to block people out, you could always, become a little visible again, especially like to your friends and such,
Yeah, so a selective.
Yeah, it's selective. As long as the eye is closed, you cannot be seen, but if it's open, then, people can sort of witness you in a magical sense, if that makes sense,
Yeah, it does, it does.
Yeah. So, this would be...
How much is this going to cost me?
Well, normally for a contraption like this, we would pay for a higher bid of up to 20,000 gold pieces. But since you are, a friend of Quinn's, I think I'd be willing to part with this for, let's say, 5,000?
Deal, yeah. That sounds wonderful, actually. Holly will immediately just drop 5,000 gold.
All right. She'll hand over the amulet. You can add amulet of non-detection to your inventory.
Oh, yeah. Also, I had another thing I wanted to give you, just as a sort of gift, I suppose. I've been trying to spread these around because I don't know, they feel useful for people to have, and I mean, you guys are in charge of the city, right? Or you're...
Oh, no, not by a long shot, no.
Well, you're like the higher... I don't understand nobility. I don't get how it works. You're like high up, though, right?
We are... oh, it's complicated, Holly. We run a very popular business, so we're rich, but we don't really have, like, political power.
Yeah, that's what all the rich people say. All right, well, here's this.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna pull out one of the healing apple seeds and hand it to her. All right, so this is a little tree that I want you to grow, just like wherever, out in public. I would prefer that. They grow apples, and when you bite into them, they heal you, like potions.
That's so clever. How did you do this?
Magic. I don't know.
Fair enough. No, that's yeah.
I grow plants, and Holly will just grow like a normal apple in her hand. I don't know. It's just kind of, and they're plants. It's plant magic. And then Holly will set the apple on the table. That's a normal apple, by the way. I need to make that clear.
No, yeah, I get it. No, I get it. Yeah, no, you know what? Druid magic is something else I never really understood, but no, I respect it. Thank you. I'll figure out a way to plant this. Eloise is always more of the gardener. Maybe I'll hand it off to her.
Yeah, I'd prefer it if less people died because of plants than, lived.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to die by plant. Unless...
Holly's just not going to say anything and then just kind of like nod and then walk away.
Okay. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Where's the rest of your friends? Oh, wait, let's go back upstairs. And so she kind of begins to kind of rush past you and back up the top of the stairs. I almost forgot. I have to show you this. And she like dashes off down the hall. Where is everybody else kind of located at this time?
Getting ready to leave.
Same.
Dang. I think Ramsey is probably there for breakfast. I don't think he's under the assumption that they are leaving today. So while everyone else is in their rooms packing, he's just like...
I love that the French toast is in the shape of hearts and stars. That's very cute.
Doing his thing.
Ramsey, are you not getting ready to leave?
I'm sorry, what? I thought that we were going to give it a day or two.
I mean, if you want to. I was under the impression we weren't supposed to stay long. And I want to see what's going on back in Andorra.
Are you sure you should do that? I mean, you and Quinn both have been pretty. Well, I mean, you look great, but shaky lately.
I am fine. If you wish to stay behind, that's fine. But I am going.
I'm not going to stay behind. I'm just.
Can I make a medicine check? Because
Mhm.
last time I checked, Felix still had a few levels of exhaustion left.
I think
but
Felix
I
should
don't know if
only
Ramsey.
have one left. I think so,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
But go ahead, make a medicine check
Yeah.
to see if you can see that.
For the narrative.
Mhm.
Jegg Minecraft, one thing. Ramsey Novak, let's see.
I just wanted to clarify.
So that's
I mean,
an
he
8.
looks fine. Yeah, he looks about as tired as he normally does.
Okay.
Gonna stand up and get the crumbs off of his sweater.
I will pack. I will pack.
Yeah.
As you get up to go pack, you hear Zephyr shout, "Quentin, come down here! Bring your friends! Come here!
Oh,
Quinn, come!" Your mother is
No.
shouting for you.
Head down with everything that he's packed up so far.
Oh, you packing up?
You didn't want us around.
Quinn, of course we want you around. We just, we're worried because you're with these kinds of people. Listen, we can talk about this later. I want to show you this cool thing. And she kind of, once you guys all kind of gather around, she kind of pulls out this very large. It's maybe like 3 by 3. It's like maybe 3 by like 3 feet. Like this large chest. With like this purple kind of like furnished, like this purple like varnished kind of wood, and she kind of like displays it for you, and on it in like kind of like a silver kind of like crested paint, there's the Erengard crest, and like on the top of it, which is kind of a very fancy E, with sort of symbols that represent sort of very common sort of magic components, is what the emblem looks like. And she kind of is just like, well, if you are deciding to leave, take this with you. This is it's a sort of magic storage chest. And I think it might come in handy for you guys, since you like to travel on adventures and, you might find some cool stuff. And I want you to be able to keep it safe. With this chest, if you ever come across magic items, gold, or just items in general that you need to keep safe for whatever reason, you can place it in this chest, and the only people who will be able to access what's inside this chest is you 5 and us. Now we won't steal from you or anything. It's just a matter of, there is a chest here at our house, and you could put this at your abode in Endora, I assume.
Question.
Yes.
If we break something or have something get messed up, could we then put it in the chest and then you can take it and fix it for us?
Yeah, absolutely. You just have to let us know it's in there.
Okay, gotcha. And so this is like, all right. Holly is going to like, so it's like set up now, so I can put things in it.
Yeah.
Cool. Holly will turn around, and then 10,000 gold pieces will fall out of her hair into the chest.
You see Zephyr just sits there, and she just slowly blinks. Just like, okay.
Mhm. I just sort of like Holly just kind of shakes her head and it falls out. There is a singular rat that also falls down into the chest. I don't know if that does anything.
No, the rat just goes in there. Well, I mean, the rat would die once you close the chest, but for now it is alive.
Okay.
you can keep that much in your hair.
Yeah, can't you?
feel like that would crush my skull.
Nah, this is a bit. I have a thing in there. I just can't put like meat or things that are alive in there. Otherwise, it'll just die immediately and turn to bones. You know how it is.
Where
Like
did
with,
that come from?
oh, no, the rat was just in my hair.
I see.
Yeah, I just have to be careful and tell the rats not to go into the bag, or otherwise, you know, you would not believe how many rat skeletons I have right now.
I don't want to know.
I think I'm alright now.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. All right. I got my amulet. Hold this up. I'm sorry for this detour, everyone. I was very panicked about everything. I do apologize.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm glad that you're okay.
Mm. Uh, so we're heading back to Endora. What's the plan after that, by the way?
Rest.
I mean, like, okay, cool. So we're playing about here. All right, good to know. Good to know. Have anything else?
How's a sense of urgency, I suppose?
What's the sense of urgency?
Oh, I'm just saying that after rest, it would be going wherever there's a sense of urgency.
Are we not working on a plan to take back Vesper?
Yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, we are.
Yes.
Sorry,
I
it's
need time to develop what was asked.
hmm. And so we're doing that. Mm, okay. Yeah, all right. And we have the teleport spot, so we can technically head back here whenever we want, right?
I think so.
Yes.
We're legally allowed in this city.
I don't see why you wouldn't be.
But
Yeah, of course.
She just like looks over at Quinn like very slowly, like
Yeah, well, you know, just in case, you know, any corrupt politicians, right?
corrupt politics.
Quinn is a great son. Quinn is a morally upstanding citizen.
Yes, he is. Anyway, thank you so much for everything you have done. I do appreciate it.
Hey, you all are welcome back here anytime. Just maybe give us a little bit of a warning next time, and you know, hopefully you want wanted next
Yeah.
time you come around.
Can we say
Yeah.
bye to Damien first?
Oh yes, of course. I think he might just be up in his room. It's a little bit too bright down here.
You need to get that boy like a parasol or something.
I'll work on it. If you want to like call for Damien or like head up there, you all know where his room is, but
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go say goodbye to your brother. Go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Ramsey's gonna do the little frozen da 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 da. Yeah.
You hear Damien just go, oh, come in.
Hi.
Hey. You see he's just like sort of sat in his bed. He's got like these blackout curtains over the windows, and you see he's just like reading like a small book.
Our room is so cool.
Oh yay! They were really nice to like accommodate me as well as they could. They seemed confused when the sun was weird, but I don't know. I guess they just don't know a lot of drow.
Right. We are about to head out, but I want to let you know before I left.
Oh, already?
I was surprised as well. I suppose the others want to get back before. Well, there's a lot to do in the coming months.
No, I get it. You guys are real busy with everything. Hey, Damien kind of gets up and scoots over, and then he kind of like gets up and he kind of walks towards you and gives you a big hug.
Ramsey hugs him back.
Do you need anything before I go?
I'll be okay. Just like call me and stuff, okay? Keep me updated on whatever the fuck you're doing.
I will, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you later then.
I'll see you later. I love you.
Love you too. Okay.
Ramsey's heads out and gives Damien his privacy.
Yeah. He's just vibing into he's simply just vibing. So, all right. So, how do you guys want to get back to Andorra? You can basically learn from the moms that basically there is a sort of teleport hub here in Lunaris as well, and that since you guys are, you know, famous quote unquote in Andorra, aka you've got the pardon cards, you should be able to use them to get you a free way back to Andorra if you head there.
Sounds good. Better than wasting another exhaustion point.
Yeah, let's go.
Let us,
Fast
let's,
travel.
let's not kill our wizard, please.
Or our bard. You know, they've both been doing it lately.
Yeah, I know, right? It's bad.
Yo, druid time?
Hey, no.
I
No,
need
no.
to get on. I'm kidding.
Want to get on to this?
I'm sorry, did someone say we're taking another level of exhaustion? Cool, let's do it.
No.
No.
I would like to cast a 9th level mushroom cloud.
Oh
No!
God, no! Everybody box
Heimer?
while everybody dies.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool,
very well.
so,
yeah.
campaign 3?
Yeah, cool. All right, here we go, guys. That was fun. This has been fun.
Caleb's just like, we'll be back next week. I have a week to figure out an entire campaign.
It's great.
Wait a minute. If Quinn's a pretty boy, and then if Holly's a war criminal, does that mean their friendship name is Barbenheimer?
Well, you know, I understood the joke. I'm just not laughing at it. I need to make that
Yeah,
clear.
same. Okay, anyway. So.
So that ends tonight's session.
So yeah, you guys can head.
Also, I'll be back in a second.
Cool. I know the joke, Jegg. Anyway, you guys can kind of navigate through the streets of Lunaris on your own. I'm assuming Quinn is taking the lead. As Quinn is less familiar with these streets. Lunaris itself is actually, once you get a little bit closer to the main city, the city itself is mostly built vertically, with these very tall, almost glass-looking towers that kind of like spike up and sort of twist in strange ways. And connecting each tower are these very long and shiny bridges that almost look like they're made out of like sea glass and gold. That just hover, and you see sort of strange magical systems that are moving people up and down, almost like elevators without walls, that are just sort of levitating up and down. You all make your way towards the city and kind of find your way towards a one of these sort of, well, elevator-like things. It's a large sort of circular disc on the floor with some sort of rune kind of carved into the sort of strange kind of crystal-like base. There as well is a kind of like a young elven man with kind of like short blonde hair and kind of like a little freckled face who appears to be wearing sort of like a velvety red kind of uniform that has like the city emblem kind of like embroidered into the vest, and he as you guys kind of approach the disc, he kind of goes, where did you be heading?
Andorra.
And do you mean the teleport hub?
Yes.
I can make some assumptions. Yes, okay. Everybody on. Don't. Well, the platform is levitating. Do not move Do not stand close to the edge. And if possible, um, do not uh, do not make any sudden movements. Um, and so you all can climb aboard.
Ramsey's gonna tip him 1 silver piece.
Cool. He'll take it. Kind of takes it, pockets it, and nods. Um, the elven man, you hear him whisper a sort of arcade word as you see the rune begin to light up and levitate, and you hear this sort of like pulsing kind of like burr of magic as you are lifted off of the ground and begin to very quickly rise up. And you feel this sort of light breeze of wind kind of push past you all as you are quickly accelerated all the way up through these towers as you sort of excel on this large sort of disc heading upwards. You see streets and people walking and talking. You see cafes that are built on these large glass balconies that overhang these like small streams of water that kind of like waterfalls that kind of like they're more like, have you seen those like smoke fountains that kind of like they tip into one bucket and then to another and then another and they kind of dip down? Everything is levitated, but it is always moving in a sort of upwards or downwards direction. And you see the city kind of like quickly sort of breeze past you as you make your way up, and it just kind of floats upwards and then a slightly kind of like rotates around, like almost like a corkscrew. It rotates around to one of the other towers, and you find yourselves in front of what almost looks like this very large, like almost like cylindrical, like building. The walls are made out of this very sort of like sheen, like purple, like almost like a crystal, like an opaque crystal is what it almost looks like. It's very shiny, and reflects its light ever so slightly. The doorway itself appears to have this sort of strange kind of like aura of protection. It almost like there's a force field where a doorway should be. But you can see inside, and you see some people walking around that appear to be some sort of mage in the hallway in. But you can kind of recognize the hallway just at a view of it. It's a very similar layout to the teleportation place in the teleportation hall in Endora. Very similar layout, though this building is almost made out of like a very opaque purple crystal. And as you're there, the elven gentleman is just like, "This is your stop. This would be a 3 silver per person.
Of course.
So all of you can pay up. He will take the coin, and you guys are welcome to head on forward." Upon entering into the hall, it is very similar long hall format. The ground itself is no longer that sort of like lightish, that sort of light kind of whitish stone, and kind of changes to a kind of like a yellowish kind of wood as you walk down. There is a kind of like a half-elven woman, kind of running like a reception kind of desk, and she kind of like looks up, and she goes, "Where are you? Who are you?"
We are Aspen Grove.
"Okay, am I supposed to know who you are?"
We are with an adventurers guild, I just thought.
We're just trying to.
Can I hold up the proof that we are allowed in the city?
Oh yeah, you show the small card, and the half she kind of takes it and looks at it a second, kind of just goes, "Okay, I'll give them a call. Wait here for a moment." And she kind of like she kind of like scans the desk for a moment before picking up a singular sort of spell phone is what it looks like. But you see there's like 7 or 8 on the desk, and she just like picks up one of them. Well, then she goes, "I have Aspen Grove coming. They have your passive pardon, so I assume that's fine." And then she's like silent for a moment. She goes, "All right. Chamber number 3. She kind of just gestures you off, and you are able to head that way. The teleportation dome is a very almost identical to the one you saw in Andorra. It's a circular room with a teleportation circle engraved into the floor. A couple of wizards there to help cast the spells, so you don't have to. And there's a large sort of like arcane crystal that hangs from the roof, pointing down towards the center of the circle to help kind of harness that magic. All of you are led inside. And unless there's anything else you want to do or say, table's yours. Are you guys good?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're set.
All right. You guys all step into the magic circle. The runes light up, and in this sort of strange kind of pulling like sensation, there's that rush of magic before you kind of open your eyes again, and the surroundings around you are the same but very different. The wizard in the room is not the same, and you recognize that you've successfully been teleported to Andorra. They let you out and back into the city, as well, which is that sort of large kind of council hall where you first stalked Seska. It's the same building, and you guys are let back out from there and then into the streets if you want to. But
yes, he sees us and he like holds his hand above his eyes. Like I don't see them.
You don't see Seska, but you can assume that he might be here.
No, I'm not gonna bug him at work.
Fair enough.
Go bug him.
It's so cute.
The
Yeah,
man
but
is
you do.
busy. He doesn't want to see me.
That's not true. That's objectively not true. He
Quick
thinks you're
call,
hot.
quick, call him on the spell phone. Ask him if he wants to hang out. Go get lunch with him.
Nah, I'm not gonna bug him.
Enough. Well, you've all made it back to Andorra.
As we're standing here, getting ready to go back to... Have
Oh.
We've named our bar. Sorry. I mean, have we? Or no?
No,
No. Okay,
no, we
wow.
just haven't.
I thought it was called the Grove.
The Grove.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's it.
Okay, it's the Grove. It's the Grove. Great,
I
great.
forgot the answer.
Hey, did you four want to get breakfast at the Grove, or because I ate? I don't know if you ate.
Yeah, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
God.
Yeah, you need to eat. What about you three?
I don't really got anything else going on. I freaked out. I'm just gonna probably go back and not do much else. Relax, do a little bit of plant magic.
Well, first things first, we should check and see if everything is all right. I'm sure everything is.
Yeah, I'll admit I maybe was not thinking the most rationally. I'll admit that first and foremost. I'll say that. But my fear was not completely unfounded. I'll also say that. All right, let's go check to see if the place is standing.
And everything's burnt to the ground. No. Nope, your house is fine. Everything is exactly how you left it. And, you know, everything's still there.
Ollie's face is bright red. She is so embarrassed.
Oh, well, looks like everything's fine.
Yeah.
Felix will pull out his cell phone and give Seska a call,
You call Seska.
Just- letting him know that they're back in the city. Everything's fine.
Oh, you hear Seska just go, oh, already? Oh, sure, I'll, meet you outside. And sure enough, a couple minutes pass, and Seska walks out the front door, because he, in fact, was just guarding your place while you were gone.
As he steps out, Ramsey would like to give him... I'd like to dap him up.
You hold out your hand, and Seska just kind of shakes. It's like, it's good to see you too, Ramsey. This is such a formal greeting.
No, I was trying to do the the thing the kids do with the slappy
What?
hand, you know?
I
Like a
so-
high five.
No, but
You
like
did
that.
it wrong.
Ramsey,
That.
Ramsey, here I got you. Ramsey, I got you. I'm gonna I'm gonna tap Ramsey up.
You tap Ramsey out. Cool, yeah.
Let's go.
Saska watches this and is just confused.
I also don't know what's going on.
I think it's a human thing.
You should learn it. It's
Very possibly.
new call. You should learn it. You know,
Maybe.
when in Ampdoria, you gotta dap someone up. That's the rule.
I'll pass. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever had to dap someone up, but I mean, maybe that's just like common with the more common folk, I guess.
I've never seen this.
Me neither. How are you, by the way? You weren't gone very long.
No, we went, but we got shooed from where we were staying. So,
Well,
here we are.
sorry to hear that. I can inform you nobody really came to burn the place down. There was a couple of odd-looking people who came by and stalked the place for a little bit. And then they just left.
Do you have a description of what they looked like?
Kind of like matted, kind of like brownish hair, a couple of scars, wearing kind of very loose, baggy clothing. They like had their nose up in the air for most of it, and then they looked disappointed and left. So I don't know.
Oh dear. Ripley, you know what that is, don't you?
Sounds about right.
So, this place was being watched. Well, that's an unsettling thought.
Well, at least Noctis himself didn't show.
Oh, but that is a positive, yes.
I'm pretty sure you could take care of one of his lackeys if they really decided to cause any trouble. I guess I will, let you be for a little while. I assume you don't need me around here.
Well, if you have other things to do, then I understand. If you want to stick around, I wouldn't mind.
Well, I mean, I did take the day off, so I could, if you would have me.
I would love to have you.
Fantastic. I guess at that point, Seska will just follow you guys back inside. Do we want to do, just downtime thing where we roll initiative and kind of, take turns deciding what we want to do? Do we want to do that?
Honestly,
Okay.
that'd be so good.
Yeah, let's do that, because you guys are home now. So, everybody roll a d20.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
We spend one turn each taking a nap.
Nap time.
It is nap time. That is what it is. Alright, Ramsey with that. 5.
Ramsey got a 5, yeah.
Holly's got a nice 11.
Oh,
Felix with an 18. Very good. Ripley with a 15. And Quinn with a nat 1. I'm so sorry, buddy.
Oh no.
the Quinn forgets it's a nap and accidentally sleeps a full 8 hours.
Hey, I think he needs it.
I still have 2 points of exhaustion, so yes.
Yeah.
You have more
no.
exhaustion than I do.
Quinn, you should have, you recovered one at the end of your long rest this morning, right?
I'm pretty sure I did that at the end of last session because we were like, yeah, you're ending with a long rest.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, because I'm pretty sure I was at 3.
Okay. That makes sense. Alright.
Either way, if I didn't narratively, we'll go with it. It fits for him to, not slept much or something like that.
Fair enough.
No.
You all just have back to your rooms and immediately there's like a good 3 hours of silence as everybody just sleeps. Felix.
Yeah.
What would you like to do with your downtime? Anything specific?
I think for now he's just hanging out with Seska. I don't really know what they're doing or if it really needs to be roleplayed, but
Fair enough.
he just wants to spend time with this guy.
you easily can, use your time and, just hang out with him in your room and chat and catch up. The suspect does have a lot of questions about, like, what exactly got you into this mess, and is, like, very much, like, he does ask for a little bit more detail and whatever, and if you're willing to give it, then he'll listen.
He'll give whatever information he has.
Exactly. Fair enough. Alright, well, Ramsey, is there anything specific you want to get done?
Are we all ready to Ramsey? Because I thought I had the 5 and Ripley had the 15.
Oh, frick. I put this wrong.
All good, yeah, because I'm like second last.
Listen,
but I appreciate
R
you.
and R and I'm dyslexic. That's fine.
That is true.
You can't blame me. I can't read. Alright, Ripley, is there anything you
Just a little R&R.
I know, R&R, my good R&R boys. Alright, Ripley, is there anything specific you want to get done? Anything on your mind? If not, you could also just take the time to rest. Like, that's chill.
I get, I don't know, just go out back and start doing some exercises and trying to better get a grasp of using air striking outside of needing to rage.
Fair enough. Do you want to roll a trending roll? So roll a d20. We'll say the plus your strength modifier, because I think that's what you use for your airstrike stuff, right?
The stat is Constitution. If
So
I'm
make
correct.
a con. So make a con check then. Sorry, that was my bad. I don't remember what it is. Roll me a con check for some training. Since you don't have an exhaustion point, it kind of makes sense that you.
Yeah, the DC is plus Constitution, so
Yeah, add your con then. So roll a con check. Okay, you know what? Slow beginnings. You spent your good time out there. You managed to do it a couple of times, but you find difficult, like, finding that rhythm. It's a little frustrating, but I mean, it's a start. So, yeah, start somewhere. You can only go up from here, right? All right. Holly.
I would like to. Holly's going to spend the first during the nap time. Holly is going to basically like make sure her room is safe. Do like a check to see if there's anything hidden around the place, and then
Roll a
we'll.
perception check. Or investigation, your choice.
Which one am I worse at? Most definitely investigation.
Roll a perception check. So I'm assuming you're rolling perception?
So that would be a 22. Wait, 21.
Your room is fine.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna keep working on the anti-magic puffball mushroom grenades. Just the entire deck. That's all. I'm gonna fuck around with that.
Cool, fuck yeah.
I'll do a druid craft roll.
Yeah, please do that.
Druid craft.
Druid craft.
It's only 13 for my druid craft.
Druid craft. I will say this, Holly, as you're crafting this, you have the concept and the ingredients down for the most part, but it almost feels like there's like a missing component. That's the reason why it is not as potent as you want it to be. And it's a little frustrating, but you've also had a very long couple of days, and so it's not surprising. Please stop drawing the grimace shake. Why do I do this?
Sorry.
Jegg.
Are you sure? I've got the better color for it, bud.
No.
Help me.
No.
Root effort. It takes all of us to kill Caleb collectively.
It's true.
That's right.
It really does. All right. Yeah.
After Caleb gets murdered, I hope Pat makes a video on it. Sorry.
Oh
Continue, DM.
God. What was I saying? Yeah, feels like there's like a missing component to it. It's a little bit frustrating, but you know that's how you spend the rest of your day. Ram, Z, I'm gonna delete your grimace shake.
Hey, it's not just me.
I'm gonna delete your grimace shakes, both of you.
This is why we haven't been on the screen for days, because Caleb gets very distracted by our bits.
I do very much. Ramsey, it's your turn.
Oh, cool, for real.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
real.
nice.
Listen,
For real.
for real. We're not doing role play. We're literally just like, hey, I want to do this, and I'm like, cool. Roll me like one die, and then
Oh, nice.
we're skipping
All
through.
right.
We're doing some long.
Lovely.
We're doing long downtime stuff.
Well,
So
well, guess what? I do have it. It's a little bit roleplay, but not that much. Ramsey's gonna call Kid about the job openings.
sure, yeah.
All right.
God, I hope he picks up.
Yeah, you can call Kid, and a Kid does answer. Fuck, what the fuck was his voice? Hold on, give me a second.
He's
it's
very
been-
cool.
I know. Give me a second. It's been a while. Also wasn't expecting it. Okay. You see, Kid kind of, Kid doesn't answer, and he's just like, "Hello."
Hey, I know it's been a little bit since we've talked, but we've been doing some work on the Grove. I'm not sure if anyone's talked to you about it, but we were interested in maybe hiring some of your people to come work here in Andorra.
In the city.
The idea is that if you are sending people in here to work, they're making money from the people of Andorra, and then bringing it back to your people, stimulating the economy. And then the plan was whatever profit we make here goes back to all of you. You've done a lot for us, and we've put you through a lot of shit. And I want your people to be okay.
Well, I appreciate it. I myself can't step in the walls of the city, but I can send Cat, and I'll. She's been needing a project, so I think she'll enjoy this. I'll send her over, and maybe she can bring some letters of recommendation.
That would be great. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
She'll see you in a couple of days. And Kid kind of hangs up after that.
Okay, goodbye. Oh, he hung up.
Yeah, he just hangs up. He doesn't say goodbye. he just hangs up. He doesn't want that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, okay, cool. So that's just a note for Caleb that I need to make a list of characters. That's fine.
Yay! Thank you. Okay.
I'll do that later. So we can't do that today because I don't have that prepared. Period.
No, of course, of course.
So
Yes.
we'll have to do that next time, maybe.
Works for me.
All right, Quinn. Oh, sorry. Is there anything else for Ramsey? You good?
No, I think Ram's good. Thank you so much.
Cool. Just wanted to be sure. All right, Quinn, you're good. Quinn, you're up.
How many days is this? Like, how long is this downtime?
Like a week.
A week?
Yeah, but I'm assuming that we're doing one day right now. But if
Okay,
you want it to be
okay.
longer, we could do more training stuff and do a couple more training rolls.
I was then like, Quinn's not doing anything other than relaxing,
And resting.
short of someone asking him to do something. So like, if someone needs him to do, but until he's recovered those 2 exhaustion levels, he's just resting and relaxing.
Fair enough. do you guys, since there's not a lot really going on, do you guys want to just like skip ahead like 2 days? So you guys literally just like vibe. Um,
I mean,
like
how if everyone else wants to skip ahead 2 days, that's cool with me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
because
I can think of a
like
yeah.
Kat does come by, and it's very much like, oh my god, I'm like so excited. Thank you. I'll see you around. I'm just like a cat comes in and kind of like sort of sees the place and like kind of like gets a vibe for it to like figure out like who might be able to come work here. And like just like again, she comes in a couple like a day later, checks it out. I don't know, maybe hangs out with Ripley for a little bit. But then she goes because she'll do her thing, and then we'll get to that on a different day.
Can I trade out some gold for silver and copper?
Mhm.
I just want to do this. Just as like a little side bet.
Holly goes to the bank.
I go to the bank. I give them gold. I kick out my silver and copper.
You to be a corper. But yeah.
Okay.
Also, by the way, did I just want to before we continue? Did I explain like the team storage chest well enough? Like, do you guys kind of get the vibe? Like, I think I explained it out of character, like a little while ago.
Like, yeah, I mean, sorry. We've talked about it like out of character before. I think a while back there was a concept for like, it'd be so cool to have a bag of holding that works 2 ways. So yeah, I definitely get the concept.
No, it's a bag of holding that works 2 ways, but it's only located here in like in your house, and then there's another one in Lunaris. And if you want a third one, like after like if you want to like keep it in Vesper or something later or Nimith, like if you wanted to put one in the Jaeger Hall, you could ask them, say, hey, could we have another one to put in Nimith? It's an under chest, yes.
Yes.
Can we put another one in Nimith? Then like they would send one to Nimith, and then you guys would have one there as well. But you would have to ask first. Which is why you only have 2. One in Lunaris and one here. And basically everybody has access to what's inside of it. So the 10,000 gold pieces that Holly put in, if for any reason any of you want to take that money, you can. But, like, you just have to say it out loud, and everybody will know that you took it. There is the equivalent of, like, a backlog, I guess is the best way I could put it. So that, like, you know, if something is taken out, like, your teammates will be aware that you took it. So there's no, like, theft, if that makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could still technically steal it, but it's less like stealing and more just like, I'm taking this thing out that, you know, technically was Ramsey's, but now I'm going to use it for a little while, you know, and then Ramsey would be aware.
Oh yes, the 10,000 gold is fucking party fund.
Yeah.
Used if you need it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys want to put money in there to the party fund, you can.
More dead rats.
If you have magic items that you can't attune to, I recommend putting them in this chest because, you know, it's that let's not have a Piers moment. I say that lovingly. I do love Piers. It's fine. It's a little bit funny, but yeah. But if there's a magic item you can't attune to, you can leave it in the chest, and then like possibly if someone else wants to use it, you can, or not. It's up to you. But yeah. That's what that doc is. Anyway. So yeah. Just a reminder that there is still a quest with your name on it, if that is.
Yeah.
If that is of interest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But a couple days do pass. You guys have the equivalent of a full rest. Because of the time passing, both Felix and Quinn are fully recovered, so you guys can completely remove your exhaustion points. It's been about 3 days since you're back in Andorra. Does anybody want to roll a perception check?
Of course. I would love to.
Like, is this something we all get to do, or something one of us gets to do?
It's whoever wants to.
Let's do a perception
So
check.
multiple of us
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I am going to because there's no way Holly is not
Yeah. That's
on
fair.
edge.
Absolutely.
Woo!
Let's go.
26. So,
24. 24, 15. Quinn
Get
got the
beat.
26.
Get beat.
All right.
We get it. You have good
Ramsey.
eyes.
And Ripley, do you want to make a perception check? I'll let you do it with advantage if you want to use your big sniffer.
No.
Dwarf.
No?
You're not that worried.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, then only Felix and Quinn notice this. Every other night. So it's not every night, but every other night. There is a strange kind of poorly dressed person that walks by, but it's not the same person every time. Over the couple of times you see them, it's that same sort of tattered, baggy clothing style, but it's not the same person. You see, they walk by, kind of stop outside the front gates for a little while, and you could see it from your bedrooms mostly. I guess Felix and Quinn both have bedrooms at the front, so it makes sense.
Okay.
You guys
The
peek
most
out.
recent night this happened.
Yeah.
Can I have Felix go out?
Mm-hmm. Felix, you see them in the window, and you kind of quickly rush downstairs and head outside. And by the time you head outside, they're already gone.
No, I'm gonna Misty step down.
Oh, so you teleport down. And as you kind of teleport outside, you hear the person just kind of say something, but you can't really understand it. And then they turn and kind of begin to walk away.
I would like to tap their shoulder.
Hmm?
I would like to tap on their shoulder.
You tap on kind of the young man's shoulder. Turn around and they go, "What?"
Oh, apologies. I noticed that you were looking into our home. Did you need something?
You got a big fuck off tree in your house.
And?
I don't know, I was just looking at it.
Is he lying to me?
Roll an insight check.
Very well. That is a 17.
He's not lying, but he's not... I mean, because obviously you've got a giant fuck off tree and it does stand out. But he's, definitely concealing something.
Can I do a quick look over his person? Is there anything that stands out?
Not necessarily. Very large, baggy. This person is not wearing any shoes. They're wearing kind of very baggy, kind of baggy, almost like a leathery kind of pants, and a shirt that definitely doesn't look like it fits them. They're kind of a sort of a shaggy, kind of black, kind of grayish hair. And they've got but when you do look at them, their sort of scleras are black. And their eyes are kind of more of a greenish color.
Okay, so they're lycanthrope.
Mm-hmm. And you would know that they're lycanthrope.
Does Noctis's clan wear symbolism on them or anything that could distinguish that they're from there?
Not necessarily. They're... You could ask Rypley. But that is not knowledge I think Felix would know. Because Noctis doesn't wear any sort of crests. Sometimes they wear... You've seen Noctis adorn this, the same sort of war paint that Rypley wears, though this person doesn't appear to be wearing any sort of paint at all. But they are lycan.
Alright, so I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna try something. He will give them a smile and attempt to seem not super threatening. Oh, you're lycanthrope. I don't see many of your type around.
You see, he immediately squints, and almost like begins to like snarl a little bit. It's like you see this man kind of he takes a step back.
I mean you no harm, truly.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go now.
Alright, well, you have a good night. Can I stealth after him?
Sure. Yeah, he begins to immediately turns and runs away. Yeah, go make a stealth check.
Alrighty, shall do. That is a 28.
Yeah, you just disappear into the shadows. You follow him down the street and out into a different part of town. Once he gets past the main sort of like shopping district and into like this more noble, like the houses are further apart and they take up more land as they get a little bit bigger. And you see once he kind of turns down one of the roads, you do see him quickly shift form from that human form into a more like sort of like a black wolf. Though not as big as Noctis. He's a little smaller, probably closer to Rypley in size, though maybe a little bit bigger. The shirt seems to fit him much better in this form, as he kind of wanders back and then immediately kind of turns into this large, kind of like, very woody exterior, sort of manner. You see a couple of the windows on the bottom floor look to be boarded up slightly, but you could see lights inside as you hear chatter of people, like a sort of a cacophony of like chatter, but it doesn't sound like people. It sounds more like barks and growls. And you see the kind of like evoke. He kind of slips in through the front door and closes it behind him, but you do see this large kind of like wooden exterior manor. It's very tall and kind of like a light, like a brownish sort of exterior, so it's not like, it doesn't quite match the sort of purple and white aesthetic of all of the sort of other manors around. This one looks more grounded and natural, I guess, the best way to put it. But the lights are on inside, and you can hear that sort of barks and howls, which, I mean, you've probably heard a couple of times, and you might be able to identify as Lycan, though you can't understand what they're saying. Or what any of it is. It sounds like multiple people are talking at once, kind of thing, you know.
I would like to cast upon myself Comprehend Language, so I can understand any spoken language.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You cast that. Go ahead, roll a perception check for me to see if you can pick up. Because it sounds just like multiple people having a conversation. So go ahead, roll a perception check to see if you can get anything. Do you like approach the house and try to like get outside the windows?
Yeah, I'll approach the house.
Okay. With a 28, with the same 28, though, I'll give you that. So you're able to easily approach the house and kind of lean towards one of the windows and kind of try to follow the island of the guy, of the wolf.
That was a 19 for perception.
19 for perception. You hear the Lycans begin to kind of chatter. A lot of them were just talking about their day, like what they ate. It's like, there's this like really good meat at this like one restaurant here, and they make like this really good steak, guys. It's just, yeah, you gotta take me there tomorrow, man. Like, it's so good. And then like they're just like casually having a conversation, but you follow the wolf that you were following originally. Kind of heads off into a side room, like office area almost. And you kind of follow him around the exterior, almost like the back of the house. And he's quiet for a moment, but then you hear him in Lycan, begin to say, they're still there. I can't exactly figure out what they're doing. They appear to just be living. No important updates. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking away from the area. I'm gonna write down that address.
Yeah, you can easily take note of the address of,
I have enough evidence to be suspicious.
Yeah. You can grab the address of Noctis's manor, and then you can leave. So you do that. It very much, it looks like it's been like turned into a frat house for lycanfolk, basically, for lack of a better term. And you, you can, I see you head home after that.
I will head back after that, and then the very next morning, I will.
Wait. Can I be? I was about to DM Caleb task. Can I be waiting downstairs when?
Oh yeah, easily.
He returns.
Mm-hmm. Since Quinn also witnessed this, so yes.
So I just want to be waiting downstairs, drinking some tea with some ready for Felix as well when he comes in the door.
Oh, hey! Oh, you are awake.
So, who was that outside?
Well, turns out we're being surveillanced by none other than Jackass Truly.
Not surprising. You left, I assume, to follow?
I did, and I got the address of his little hideout. Go me.
Impressive.
A bit clumsy and don't really pay attention to their surroundings.
You're sure none of them saw you?
I don't think so.
Hopefully not. Last thing we would need is for them to change their strategies on us once we've figured it out.
What we should be careful of is our little plan against Vesper. It's not going to be safe to hatch that here like I originally thought.
No, it won't.
Such a shame. I was really looking forward to developing that spell in peace. So much for that.
Developing a spell? Which spell would that be?
To transport one plane of being to another?
I do not remember if we've had a conversation about this in character before.
Oh, we did. You just tuned out. I can't remember if it was just Ramsey and Rypley in the room.
That's right, because Quinn was heading off.
I think Quinn, left.
Quinn left because sad.
He was sad.
Oh, my apologies. You weren't in on this plan. You are aware we are trying to take Vesper eventually, right?
That much I'm aware of, yes.
Well, we had the idea of basically making the land absolutely worthless to said jackass. I think it's a good nickname for him. I'm going to keep it. Until one more fitting pops along. Anyway, in order for the land to be completely useless to said jackass, the only thing to do is to make it not easily accessible, which is putting it from one plane of existence into another. I understand how to possibly do it. The only thing is, I have no idea how to power the spell. I don't have enough juice to do it. You don't have enough juice to do it, none of us do. But that's going to be the fun part.
What about combined?
No. Not even close.
Closer than any of us alone.
Yeah, perhaps, but I'm looking for a more artificial way to power everything. One that will not result in all of our deaths. It'll be a challenge. It'll take a little bit of time, but I think I can do it. So long as we keep our surveillance friends away.
You're looking for something artificial, as in a magic item. I might be able to help you figure something out. Is the family business after all.
Yes, I would appreciate your help. There's another way to continue to look into it, is understanding how it's done naturally.
Quinn,
so if we're able to harvest some Oh, sorry.
Sorry, it's okay. Quinn, do you want to make a, because I don't think Steven knows this, which is okay, but do you want to make a history check or arcana check? Your choice.
History or Arcana?
Your choice, buddy.
Yes. Let me double check if those are the same modifier or if they're different. Because if they're different, obviously I'm going to go with the better one. They're the same. So I'm going to go with Arcana.
Go for it.
For the sake of if it affects what you say. 21.
A very powerful arcane sort of power that exists in Caldera is actually Residuum. It is a completely arcane crystal, and you would know this, that it powers a lot of the magic. Not only does it power objects like spell phones, it powers a lot of it powers things like cars. It is the sort of crystal base that powers cars and other sort of machinery around Lunaris, and probably here in Andorra as well. Though in usually the crystals come in very small, sort of slivers and slabs. Oh, excuse me, slivers and slabs, because they you don't need a lot of it to power something, something like it's extremely powerful. You don't need a lot of it, but with a spell the size that Felix is describing, it is safe to assume that, like, if you wanted to use a artificial but pure arcane item, you would need a very large hunk of just, like, raw residuum. Because it's like, it's polished and, like, cut down for use. But you could probably use, like, just raw residuum, and that would probably get you somewhere close to the desired effect. And you would also know that it is very commonly mined in the mines under Zemira, or Zemria. I said it. I hope you're happy. Yeah. And Quinn would know this.
With that 21, would I have any rough estimate of how large of a chunk I would need and its rough value?
Big.
Are we talking like the size of a toaster, or are we talking like the size of a car?
Probably closer to, like, the size of a car. If not a little bigger.
So, like, the size of, like, an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
A car or an SUV. And would there be any idea on, like, roughly the value of something of that size?
Far over, probably, like, far over 500,000 gold pieces. Or more. Yeah, like, probably closer to 1 million or 2 million. Like, maybe 10 million. Like, residuum itself, like if spell phones are residuum, but they cost about, what, 200 gold pieces for one phone?
You made me call. You said they were 3,000.
Are they 3,000? I don't remember. Okay, hold on. I don't remember how much I charged for the spell phones.
I mean, I know that they were originally pretty expensive. Did you really pay 3,000? I thought you paid much less. I mean,
I paid 3,000. That's why I'm down. That's why I'm the poorest person in the party.
You're the poorest person in the party. I thought that was me.
So, okay. So, for that small slab that is the spell phone, that is 3,000 gold pieces. Right? And you gotta think that in comparison, how big would that sort of rock at the size of an SUV cost, right? So that's 3,000 times, like, 100 tons. Right? It's like... Or like 1,000 maybe. So it's like,
I mean, there's also other components to the spell phone. It's going to be more expensive than just the value of the...
Yeah, exactly.
...rock and everything. So that's also something to keep in mind. Because I'd be more calculating based off the value of just the battery, essentially, of the spell phone. Which I would assume occasionally maybe needs to be replaced, and so you could get replacements for that.
Oh, like, spell phones are different because they are, like, crafted. They are, like, phones. They're not just the rock alone, but they're powered by the rock. If that makes
yes,
the stone
yes.
itself.
That's what I'm saying. It's essentially like the equivalent of a phone battery.
Yes, exactly.
And it's something that could, I assume that things can go wrong with it.
Yes.
And therefore you might need to replace the battery, and so I could probably get an idea of the price of just the battery from that.
Yeah.
Just like in character, this is something that Quinn could be doing with free time to,
Like you could get a bunch of, spell phone batteries, but like that's gonna be very difficult. And also they're also polished and like they're like
that's no idea.
Made like made for specifically, charging phones. Like you could use it if you wanted to, but like
it would require a lot.
A lot of them. Like a lot, right? So
okay. So could that, if we got one that size, could it then be broken into smaller pieces and then reconnected in some way, and still have that same energy level?
I'll be right back.
I would probably say no.
Or would we need to like double the quantity to reach the same energy level if it was broken into smaller pieces and then reattached somehow through like similar methods of how the spell phone attaches it to everything else?
Possibly.
This isn't something that we need to figure out tonight.
Yeah.
It's something we can talk about and discuss and everything. I'm
confused by what Liz just asked me in DMs. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Liz. Anyway, but yes, that's fine. This is like, I think, to brainstorm that, like, hey, there's this big rock that are normally harvested in Zemria that you could, if you wanted to, go and find some. It's up to you. But
and its value, depending on the supplier, is anywhere from like 500,000 to 10 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, so find a cheap supplier, make a quick 500,000.
Exactly. I mean, there's other ways to. There's other ways to access.
There
mines,
is,
but
no.
Not everything's entirely legal.
No.
Yeah, you want us to go down a life of crime, Kayla?
Oh my god, you guys are already there. I'm not telling you to do shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It would require some communication via that new chest vase. And a trip to Zemria.
Zemria.
The ability to hold quite a lot of weight.
How much weight?
You have a spell phone, correct?
Yes.
Well, how much do you know about its energy source?
Honestly, I haven't looked too much into it. How much do I know, Caleb?
Not a lot. This is quite new to you. Let's be real. Felix, Seraph doesn't really know a lot about phones.
And because I'm terrible at remembering pronunciation, what's the name of the rock again?
Residuum. I'll put it in text. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in notes for you because that's where it's supposed to go.
Yay!
Residuum. It basically what it does is it amplifies magic and conducts it. It amplifies and conducts magic. That is literally what the crystal does.
Is this a new thing? Like this wasn't around 500 years ago?
This was. Roll a history check. Actually, roll a history check because this will decide if that's the answer is yes or no.
Damn. Okay. I thought it just would have been Arcana.
Sure, I'll let you roll Arcana. Why not?
Cool beans. Okay, 14 with advantage. It is 24.
All right, 24. With the 24, you've heard of Residuum before. It was commonly mined by the dwarves, and it was hoarded by them almost. You dragons really didn't need Residuum too much since like our dragons are already very arcane creatures, and you did not need to rely on a stone that amplifies and conducts magic in a more technically whatever, in a more scientific, yeah, in a more technical way. I can't speak today. It's fine. Like you never needed it, but you've heard of it before, and it was very popular amongst like dwarves and gnomes. You kind of like vaguely remember. It's like, oh, they used to use it a lot for their magic, but you know they also liked using magic tools.
You mean that rock that dwarves and gnomes slightly like?
Yes, they like it for a reason. And that would be the fact that it can power things like your spell phone, like automobiles, street lights. A lot of things in most of the cities, especially the larger cities, are powered by residual.
Wait a minute. I think I know where you're going with this.
So the residuum in your phone is small and polished and cut to specific size, dimensions, and such things. The residuum we would need would be raw, just freshly harvested from mines and untouched since being harvested. It would also need to be well, you remember the car that you all refer to as the Beast or whatever.
Yeah, that weird contraption thing.
Think of something like that, but designed with storage space in mind. It would need to be about the size of that.
What the It needs to be the size of the beast.
Larger, technically.
It needs to be larger than the beast.
Yes.
How the fuck are we gonna transport that?
That's something that I'm still working on.
All the strong people I know either want me dead or not going to be able to lift that thing.
That's slightly offended somewhere.
He sneezes.
Hey.
I heard you talking shit.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
Oh. I'm sure some sort of transportation contraption could be worked on. I mean, the most simplistic would be something that can attach to an automobile, with wheels that we could then potentially load it onto.
I have an idea. It involves more magic, but it might be able to solve a little bit of a problem. Itty bitty problem. We'll make this giant ass rock itty bitty.
Shrink it. And
for transport.
And I would have to do some research that might affect its power capabilities if you shrink it and regrow it, but
actually, we can test that theory. And then he pulls out his cell phone, he thinks for a moment, and then he's gonna walk up the stairs up to Ramsey's room and knock on the door.
Ramsey, it's like 2 a.m.
Okay, great.
Felix, as I said, that's polished and cut to dimensions.
We're going
Ramsey
to find out.
opens the door. He's in a
Stranger
bathrobe.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, what's up?
Yes, may I borrow your spell phone?
Okay.
Ramsey hands it over.
I'll bring it right back, and then he will immediately run back downstairs.
Okay.
No explanation given.
Ramsey's gonna close the door, and you know what? He's gonna do push-ups while he waits because my D&D character is sexy, and he gets to do what I want.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's fair, and he does. What are you doing?
All right. Do I have enlarge reduce handy?
No, but if you can cast it, you are a wizard, and it has been a couple of days. If you want to just prepare it, you are a
No,
wizard.
I can. It's like I can do it at level 2.
Awesome. You can cast a 2nd level spell. That's easy.
Yeah, we're gonna do that on the spell phone.
All right, you reduce the spell phone,
We'll reduce it.
and it shrinks. And then you've got like a little, like, it's probably the size of like a Tic Tac bottle. It's tiny.
It's itty bitty now.
You made an itty bitty spell phone. Yep. It
And
shrinks.
then he will put it on the table and like gesture for Quinn to basically cancel the spell. Before
Well,
remembering he can do it himself.
Yeah, you're the one who cast the spell. And you're like,
Oh yeah.
and then you decast the spell, and the phone reverts back to its regular size.
Okay, I would like to call my phone from Ramsey's phone to see if it still works.
Ramsey's phone is not turning on.
He looks gets a panicked look on his face.
For some reason, Ramsey starts doing push-ups faster. He doesn't know why.
So, I guess we have our answer.
It seems so.
Unless I'm turning it on wrong. You like smack it, maybe?
Do you smack the spell phone?
I'm not super strong, so I don't think I can hurt it.
Do you just want to like whack it? Just go back.
Yeah, I'll like whack it. Like you know how when sometimes your screen freezes, you kind of like whack it.
Yeah,
and then it goes back to normal?
you just like whack it like a cat. You just go pat, and the screen kind of lights up for a moment. And you hear something like kind of jingle a little bit, there's like a little noise as you whack it. It didn't make that noise before.
But it turned on.
For a second.
Uh-oh. How do I fix this? Quinn?
So...
Quinn, do you want to make another Arcana check super fast?
Do I get to make one, or is Quinn making it?
If you want to make one as well, you can make one as well.
Alright. Let's see
Oh,
if,
thank God, I rolled under the
if Eric
19.
can think of anything. It's a 21, and you'll see the advantage. Yeah, it's
18.
21.
Yeah, Quinn, you kind of begin to turn over the phone, kind of remove the backing of where you know the battery would be. And Felix, as you look into it, you quickly realize that the residuum battery is just gone.
So...
And then both of you realize, I'll tell you just this now, the crystal evaporates. Basically, when the crystal is used for, like, the batteries are specifically polished for the intended purpose of being used as a long-term battery for the spell phones. That is what they are created for. What Felix did was reduce it so that the phone itself the phone itself was reduced to a very, very tiny size. And the residuum was basically converted that spell for a different purpose. And when it was expanded back to its normal size, the battery, or the residuum inside, was evaporated because it was used for a different source. Now, Quinn, both of you are aware that you could probably get a replacement battery, and Ramsey's phone is fine, but it's going to cost you. Because when you use residuum, it disappears. And that's what happens. Which is why Ramsey's phone doesn't work.
So, the residuum decided to use itself as a spell component?
Yes, because that's what it does. Whenever you cast a spell on residuum, or with residuum, it uses itself as the spell component. That is what it does. That is its entire purpose. So, yeah, so you cannot reduce residuum, sadly. Well, you can, for a little bit, but then it expends and vanishes when you try to turn it normal. Though, one thing you do notice now is Ramsey's phone is, like, slightly bigger now. You basically gave him a phone upgrade by accident, but now you need to get a new battery for it. So.
There's probably, like... I don't know. An 812 around. They'll have batteries, right? Quinn?
Maybe? Perhaps?
I'm not brave enough to give him a phone, but that's not working. I'm gonna find one.
You guys, it's the middle of the night. You guys could just go out the next morning and get one if you want.
Is there no Fantasy 7-Eleven?
There's no Fantasy 7-Elevens. I'm sorry. And also, Fantasy 7-Elevens don't sell fucking phone batteries.
Damn,
yeah, just vape batteries.
Yeah. Listen, if you wanted to get a new vape pod, you could absolutely find one.
Hey, I just had a thought.
Amazon?
So, like, did we, Steven, this is going back to Outcasts. Did we invent the fantasy vape, or was that Vander? Because either way, like, I've been thinking about this.
I do think Vander smokes weed.
Smoke weed every day.
I don't think Tony
so
would do
smoking,
it.
Smoking was a thing.
Right.
Yes.
Tanari was like, I'm having a kid, I don't want that around my kid. So he worked with Tony to create fantasy vaping. And then Vander was like, hey, can you do this but with weed? And that's how dab pens came to existence.
Nice! It was a group effort. This is so good, you guys.
Oh god. Why did we make fucking vape canon? Okay.
I made a joke, you rolled with it, now vaping is canon.
Now vaping
Fuck
is
you,
canon.
Caleb.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
That's why you don't roll with jokes I make.
Alright, anyway. Do you want to return Ramsey's broken phone to him?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well,
Are you gonna tell?
There's no way to fix it until the morning, so...
Can I switch my battery into his battery?
Yes, you can do that. And then the phone turns on fine.
Cool. I will now return it.
No. Ramsey, your phone is returned and it's slightly bigger.
Nothing happened. It's a perfectly functional phone. Yep. Go to bed.
Why are you why are you doing that? Why are you doing the thing you do?
I'm not doing anything. I have no clue what you mean.
If Ramsey
Anyway,
looks out...
good night.
Oh, okay.
Have a very awkward walk down.
Good night.
Ramsey closes the door. He's gonna put his phone down. And then he's just gonna lay back in bed. This was fine, I guess.
Right. You got a phone upgrade. Good job, bud.
He's not gonna question it yet.
Quinn was just like peeking through the door in case you tried to turn it on. Because I do have a plan if you had.
I was thinking about it, and like, No, I don't think Ramsey's that tech oriented. Like, he doesn't check his phone before he goes to bed. He just goes to bed. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what? You know
yeah.
what? Unless
That
you
next
wanted.
morning, he'll try to find out
I'm
it.
good either way. I just know that Quinn would be ready for it.
I'll have him turn it on at breakfast.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Do you guys want to go to bed after that? Anything else you want to do?
Yes, because I want that proper long rest, and that's, for me at least 2 hours of non-strenuous activity.
All right, you guys can go to bed.
Oh.
Bedtime.
You head to bed, learning about the powers of residuum, and now with a small plan in mind, you guys could wake up and have breakfast the next morning. Ramsey, you could turn your phone on, and everything's fine. It's just the phone itself just has a slightly bigger screen.
Okay, Ramsey's sitting there in the booth, as Quinn and Felix come down, and I think, yeah.
All right, well, I'll grab some toast. You guys are on your own for breakfast. Have a good morning. Bye.
Oh,
He will.
okay.
And he'll leave.
All right. You can head back to the Black Cat Cauldron, which is just where you originally got the phone. And you can basically take the time to learn that an additional phone battery, or a new one, would cost you 2,000 gold pieces. Because they're fucking expensive. Residuum is fucking expensive.
I might as well just buy a new phone.
But don't do that because that's expensive.
You can also take it out of your friend's fund if you need the 2,000 gold pieces.
That'd be a really funny way to use it.
No, it's fine. I don't need a phone. No one calls me.
Seskuk is trying to actively call you in the morning. Why would you pick up?
Ramsey at
Oh wait,
breakfast.
I mean, you do have a deal with her. How about this? She will give it to you for 1,000, but she's gonna start pressuring you a little bit more that you complete that anti-magic quest for her.
Mm.
So you can get it for 1,000, but Lynn is gonna start pressuring you. She's like, I guess I could, but it's because we do have that deal. But I just, I really need those parts.
We will get you those parts as soon as possible. We're just dealing with something a little closer to life and death.
Yeah, a little closer to life and death, and I'm trying to run a business here, so.
Yeah, understandable. We're just...
Listen, if you can get me those parts, I have no problem giving to you this for half off,
Understood.
Alright, that's fine. But, so if you want to do 1,000 gold pieces, you can put that down.
Let's go. Can I get 2 of them, actually?
So you want to get 2 batteries?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you fix your phone and just add an additional residuum battery.
Well, I'm going to experiment on that later.
Okay. You're going to have to break it apart, I recommend, but it's fine. Because worth 2,000. So you have residuum worth 2,000 gold pieces. Just add that to your inventory.
All right.
Or you technically have the battery, but if you want to break it apart, then you just have little residuum crystals. All right.
If they're for half off, then doesn't that mean it's worth 4,000?
No, because Felix needs a battery, so he just has an extra battery for 2,000.
No,
One
okay,
is for
I get you.
experimentation. One is to make the cell phone work again.
Yeah,
I get you. Yeah.
That's fair. All right.
Steven had a thing. Ramsey is turning on the phone at the breakfast table.
Wonderful. Can I roll sleight of hand to cast something subtly?
Sure.
What are you casting? The phone works fine.
But
Does
it's
it?
funny. Yeah,
But
it appears to.
Does
yeah,
it
Felix
wait.
put his battery in it.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
Wait. Fuck. I somehow zoned out and missed that. Oh.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
That's
okay,
such a good plan. I was just gonna minor illusion to make it look like the screen worked okay.
Oh.
Would have been really funny.
No, when you prepare to cast the spell, and then you're like, oh shit, no, the phone actually works fine. Oh, never mind. And you just put your hand down.
Quinn, are you doing magic hands?
I'm still rolling that sleight of hand.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, Ramsey, you see Quinn doing
Fuck!
magic hands.
It was almost on the 18.
It was so close.
Wait, what did he roll? What did he roll?
A 9.
A 9.
Oh.
I almost got the 18, and then it went, nah, 4 is better.
I love the idea that like Ramsey turns his phone on and like it's on for a moment, but then the screensaver changes as Quinn casts the spell.
What would
Like
Quinn
the
put
booting up
Ramsey's
screen.
What would Quinn make Ramsey screensaver?
No, that's a good question. I'm trying to think of what Quinn would assume it would be.
I would say
What is
his
it
face,
actually?
Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a gay answer. It's gonna be a gay answer.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's a photo of a little bench near his apartment back in Woof.
Okay. I think Quinn would assume that it was like a picture of Damien or something like that, you know, keep the family close at heart kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all of a sudden you see a picture of Damien.
Oh. He's gonna tap the screen a few times.
It opens fantasy Instagram.
No. Stop it.
I don't have any
hot
act.
bitches near you?
And you just start scrolling and it's just pictures of Quinn.
It absolutely. No, I was literally about to say the same thing. Quinn doesn't know who you follow, so it's like, yeah, Quinn uploaded a bunch, and so you can't find anyone else's posts. Yep.
It's just Quinn in different outfits.
Quinn in different outfits, and like, you know, morning routine.
A get ready with me. A get ready with me TikTok.
Quinn's just pretending to be other people.
It's Quinn with a mustache on.
Yes, Quinn with a fake
Okay.
mustache. And...
At first, Ramsey is like confused, but then he sees the "get ready with me" and like,
Oh, this is.
and he's gonna lean his phone up against something on the table and watch that while he eats his flapjacks.
So now Quinn is stuck there, just minor illusioning an entire "get ready with me" video.
Minor illusion, like a 2-hour morning routine. Like
it's like a documentary, but it's like that very like Kevin McLeod happy-go-lucky music the entire like time, and it's so annoying. And it's like the music is progressively getting louder and louder towards it because Quinn, you just can't think of what else to say, and you're just like, so after you pull, yeah, it just gets louder and louder. Like the editing is kind of getting poorer.
At one point, Quinn
Please
realizes.
stop watching.
Anyway,
he
Holly,
can
by the way,
yeah.
you're welcome to Holly Rypley. You're both welcome to come down here if you want to interact with whatever the fuck's happening at the breakfast table.
I would adore to. Holly is going to come downstairs and get some breakfast.
Hey, yeah, you just witnessed this. And
Hi, Ramsey. What are you
Holly,
doing?
Holly, with your passive perception, is it over a 9?
I hope so. Yes. Yes.
You can absolutely see Quinn just casting magic on Ramsey's phone, and Ramsey is watching it.
Holly is seeing this is going to pull up a chair next to Ramsey and sit down and watch.
You're both watching this.
It is 100%. It is 100%. Like, it's shittily edited, but it is just genuinely Quinn's morning routine.
The 13 facial cleansers, horn polishes, you know, it's him deciding which jewelry to wear that day.
Hey,
This is really good.
yeah, do you mind if I look something up real quick?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh god.
Thanks.
That's what Quinn said in real life, like in real time.
Oh god.
Let's see. What do I want to know? Here, could you look up some videos of specifically people breakdancing as hard as they can? Like, I want to breakdance in battle. I want to watch that right now. Could you do that for me, Ramsey? I don't really know how this technology stuff works.
Quinn, roll a history
Yeah.
check. You went to college. Roll a history check.
No worries.
You specifically went to a bard college. Roll a history check, and I'm going to give you advantage on this.
I was gonna say, since I went to a bard college.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage to see if you know what a fucking breakdancing fight is. Okay. Great. Do it again. You absolutely know what a breakdancing fight is.
Oh. So I did I? Yes, I did. Sorry, for a second I thought it hadn't adjusted the modifier. Not that it really matters all that much, because it would just, I thought it was like a 25 instead of 26, but yeah.
No, you're fine.
It is a 26.
It's a natural 20. You absolutely know what a breakdancing competition is. This is just slowly turning into, like, a shitty TikTok feed, and then Ramsey scrolls, and it's just, like, it kind of exists more like you're watching a memory of Quinn's from Quinn's point of view. So it kind of looks like a shaky kind of like you know when someone's at a club and they're like taking a shaky video of two people dancing. Like that's kind of what it feels like.
Imagine that the more they scroll, it's just gonna get closer and closer to those videos. It's like, go outside, touch grass.
Exactly. But like,
here's the thing: it's from Quinn's point of view, but there's like one person in the background who's like, you know, watching the breakdancing fight. Quinn does not remember what they look like, so he's just replaced it with a younger Quinn of like, you know, how he would look at the age of like when the memory was, like, you know, college days Quinn.
Yeah. And there's like just two people on the dance floor. Both appear to just be human. And they're just fucking going at it, flipping and shit. Like, I don't know how to describe breakdancing. This is not how I expected my Sunday to go. Like, they're flipping, they're spinning, they're kicking. They're, like, doing basically jazz with their feet. And people are going, oh, yeah! And it's a pretty impressive video, Holly.
Doing jazz with their feet is like...
Describe breakdancing in 5 words. Doing jazz with their feet.
But thank you. I wanted to look that. I just wanted to see something like that. What else can you do on this spell phone of yours? Because I know you're really good with it. So what can you do?
I'm so glad.
Be sure to explain to Holly what you're doing so that, you know, a better grasp of what's going on instead of just like, oh, I think I saw what you did there, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'd just like to say for a moment that we are canonicizing more abilities that the spell phone has than I've been able to get Caleb to do in like
no, this is not an ability the spell phone has. However, we have created TikTok, yes. Or Quinn has created TikTok. This is not canon to what the spell phone normally can do, Ramsey. You just are pretending to do stuff, and it is happening for you. You're like, this is great.
Hey Ramsey.
Yes.
Do you got games on your phone?
I'm so glad you asked. Let's get some fucking block game up in here. Okay.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Does Ramsey have block game? Does Ramsey have block game,
Quinn,
Caleb?
what is the game? Do you know what a game is? Do you know what game that you would like to get them to play?
Ramsey said block game.
Shadow Doodle Jam.
It's just Quinn spitting out like glass beads at bricks.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of a way of saying this without being close enough that it's accidentally sponsored.
It's Raid Shadow Legends, baby.
Shut up! I'm trying to avoid saying the actual title.
It's a 3D it's a third person. It's a third person MMORPG. You get to play as.
It's called Invade. I can't think of a replacement for Shadow Legends.
Invade Dark Heroes.
Invade Silhouette Heroes.
Silhouette Heroes. This is so dumb. Okay, keep going.
Silhouette Champions. Invade Silhouette Champions.
Just in block game.
Ramsey, you are so disappointed in this knockoff shitty game. All of the characters are like black silhouettes. It looks like a weird puppet show.
No. It's no, Caleb. It's not a knockoff.
It's not a knockoff?
It's the actual equivalent.
The actual one.
It's just not Raid Shadow Legends because we're not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes.
So it's Invade Silhouette Champions.
I'm just saying,
champions.
It's like the actual like equivalent, not like a knockoff or anything.
The game.
Oh my God, Holly,
and, to be clear, I don't think the game is functional.
Holly, I think
For a
that's you.
cantrip, I don't think it is functional as a game. It is more like a slideshow of gifs and images as Quinn is creating them.
I mean, make Quinn roll
it's
like a performance check.
Yeah, actually, roll a magic check. Yeah. So roll plus your charisma, because that's what a bard is.
Charisma.
Let him try. Let him try.
Got that riz.
Let him try.
Roll the riz. Okay. It is. Why am I letting you get away with this at this point?
Like, it's not technically functional. Quinn is just watching where they press and being like, yeah, that would do this, I guess, and like making it look like it's working.
Quinn is sweating across the table, by the way. Like, there's no way you are overexerting. You are absolutely overexerting yourself in this moment, and you just have to sit there.
It's a good thing this is a cantrip.
Yeah, because you have to constantly be recasting it, because normally it only lasts for a minute, and this is going on way longer than you were expecting. Like, you are beginning to feel a little tired.
2-hour video.
Yeah. Like, it's already lunchtime.
Is this long enough for Felix to have come back?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What the fuck are you all doing?
Hey, Felix, come here. I'm going to pull up a seat next to me. Do you want to come watch? We're playing some games on this phone. On the spell phone. Come on.
Quinn is... Yeah, you can see... That. You can just see Quinn sweating, casting Minor Illusion on the opposite side of the table.
Yeah.
Actually, how about you put the phone away? There's some things I should probably discuss with you all.
Okay.
You can play with the phone later.
Thank you. I don't know what you did to it last night, but it's been a lot of fun today.
I'm so glad. And he's gonna look over at Quinn like, what the fuck, man?
All right.
I don't know what to tell you. They started by watching some video or something, and then they were playing games on the phone.
No, they could do that.
Yeah. Can I do one last thing?
I haven't had a spell phone in a while. I didn't think they could, but it's amazing how far the technology's come.
It's quite incredible. Holly's going to look at Quinn in the eyes and then go, "Hey Ramsey, could you look something up for me?"
Yeah, okay.
What is the exact space in square feet? Because technically it's square feet cubed. What's the dimensions of the human lungs? Could you tell me that real quick? So go just look that up.
What's the dimensions of the human lungs?
Quinn, roll an intelligence check. This is an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
I doubt you learned this. I doubt you learned this in Bard School. I'll be fully honest with you. I roll an intelligence check.
Did Quinn pass medical school?
I was gonna say, can I argue medicine?
No. This is intelligence.
Why not?
No, because this is like you're trying to figure out the square footage of lungs.
You are. Can I use my fate die?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. You squeeze the fate die. Fate. You could just feel Fate's confused disappointment in you in this moment.
That's actually a lot. Sorry.
What do you think it is?
What do I think it is?
Oh, how about this?
Like the cubic foot capacity of a lung at full expansion?
It's
approximately
what, 30 centimeters? You could guess.
6 liters. 6 liters is the best that the internet gives as an answer.
All right. So, Quinn.
37? I'm sorry. I don't think I'm that far off.
The total surface area of the lung is about 80 square meters, about the size of a tennis court. The extent and volume of air that is not moved around the Google clicks it off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
It's stretchy.
So Quinn, it is with
Lots of place for
with an
spores
in
to
between
hide.
answer. You get about 80-ish, but like the way it is spelt out on the phone, it is slightly unsure. Like it's like around 80 cubic squares.
The scientists believe
squares,
that it
yep.
is roughly around.
That is an estimate of measurement.
Can I do a check to see if I know how big they are?
Sure.
At this point, I'm just curious.
With Holly's intelligence modifier, absolutely. Holly, why do you know this?
I know exactly how many. Well, because I know it based on how many spores can fit in a lung.
Oh, true.
So you just go based off of that, because each spore is roughly about, I'd say, well, it depends on the spore. But the important part is, that's not super accurate. That's actually pretty accurate. That's pretty close. Whoever designed this spell phone did a mighty fine job. And I'm going to look across the table at Quinn, and then I'm going to be like, anyway, so what do you want to tell us?
Quinn's just like wiping his forehead.
You're not gonna like it. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
So, not sure. Quinn, do you want to take the lead on this one?
I'm not really sure where to start.
Maybe with the fact we were being surveyed.
That is a good place to start. Yes, so, Felix and I noticed something, last night, and, we noticed, well, I suppose we've noticed it a couple times now, at least I have, of people in particular clothing, walking past, as if on a schedule. I watched as Felix approached one of these individuals, who, after some more surveillance by Felix, I was informed that is working for a certain relative of a certain member of our group.
Mm-hmm.
Good news. We have his address.
We do.
Holly reaches into her hair and pulls out the card that Noctis gave her and puts it on the table. It's just his address. Yeah, okay.
You
I've already
had
been there
that
twice.
this whole time?
I didn't want to admit that I had it. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of.
You both knew and didn't say anything?
You want to know the reason why he has that place?
Why?
Would love to.
He made me kill the previous owner.
Lovely.
Yeah. Also, I haven't actually looked at this note. I just know that's what this note says.
Fantastic. I've got plans later tonight then.
Cool. Okay. Do you want help?
Are you looking at the note?
I'll look at the note. Yeah.
Okay. It is the same address. It is the fun fact. It is the same address. But it also says it also just in his handwriting, it has the instructions of call my name. But you have a feel like he wrote that before everything else happened, so you don't know entirely what would happen if he did that now. So, but originally,
Okay.
Quinn's playing with his guitar at the table.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he can do what he wants. That's our bard. All right.
That is our
Quinn's
bard.
Quinn's actually playing his bass right now.
Oh, fair enough.
Not that I'm playing the bass. I'm playing my guitar like a bass. So Quinn's playing the bass.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just thought you should be informed that we are being surveyed. So, any further plans on... That thing really needs a code name.
Ghost Town? No.
Could we call him Clifford?
Are you referring to Jackass? Oh, I already gave him that nickname.
Oh, wait, who are you trying to give a nickname to then?
The plan for a very specific town that needs to be confiscated from said Jackass.
Yeah, oh, that one. Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. That one needs a name.
I think we can leave this up to Ramsey. Hey, Ramsey, why don't you name him?
Why don't I?
God, we're so good.
No. That city disappeared underneath the water.
Wait, what?
Oh, nothing. Continue on.
What am I naming? I'm sorry. I've got to be honest. I've been trying to get the games to come back on my phone. What is going on?
We are trying to plan for the liberation of Vespa.
Oh, fuck. That was the worst time to zone out. Okay. All right.
It needs a name. We're being surveyed.
Being surveyed. What needs a name? Are we? What?
How often did you zone out?
Well. Anyway, I'm sorry, Holly. What are we naming?
Okay, hey Ramsey, I'm gonna fill you in. So you know his older brother.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, people who work for his older brother have been coming around this place at nighttime, stalking us.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, surveilling, or I mean, same thing, same difference.
I mean, stalking us, yes.
Yeah. So we are talking now about our plans revolving around that and the place that we're talking about, and we need to give it a sort of nickname.
Oh, we need to give it a code name. Okay.
Exactly. Now you're on the same page. You can put your phone down.
I'm putting it away.
Ramsey's gonna put it down.
Okay. I did hear a little bit. Ripley, you said someone died there?
William something or other. He was the founder of the Suncloaks, and he's the reason why my mom's dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that sounds like a justified death. Never mind.
Alright, let's call it Shithole.
Your name in your hometown, shithole. All right.
Want to name the plan for saving Vespa shithole?
I thought we were naming this person's house.
No, we're naming
Jegg,
Jegg,
do we need to explain it out of character for you?
No, like I thought I got it. Like, listen, I knew I didn't actually zone out. It's just I didn't. First, I thought we were naming the plan. Then, the way you explained it, I thought we were naming this place so we can refer to it in code name.
Yeah, Vesper.
No.
Vesper in code name.
We're naming Vesper a code name.
Vesper in code.
The plan.
All right.
Why didn't you call it Barovia?
All right, gotcha. So shithole. All right.
No. I can give it a pretty name.
Well, I mean, hey, you said it.
Shithole.
You said shithole. I'm repeating what you're saying.
No taxi backsies.
Okay, no takesy backsies.
No tag backs.
So the code name to deal with shithole, for the plan to deal with shithole, what would the plan code
Project
name as a whole?
Toilet.
I'm so glad.
Operation Outhouse.
Operation Outhouse.
Project Chamber Pot.
What the fuck is a chamber pot?
Well, you see, it's this little pot.
Actually, never mind. No, actually, no, I'm good.
use.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Actually,
I'm pretty
good.
sure
Actually,
everybody knows what a chamber pot is.
no, I shit, and I shit in the woods.
Oh, God.
Oh, you a bear, Holly?
Apparently.
I mean, I can be if you want me to. I might be able. One second, I'm feeling. Give me a minute to look at my wild shape abilities.
Holly, if you
Guys,
wanted to turn into a bear, just say I turn into a bear.
I can't yet.
Why not?
Bears are challenge rating 1.
I don't give. Do you want to turn into a bear?
Yes, I want a
Okay,
bear.
turn into a bear.
Fuck yeah, I'm a bear. I want to.
Holly turns into a bear at the dining table. Just whoop.
I see.
A little, like, Holly's still a little bear. Like, you're not a big bear, but you are a bear.
Bear cub.
Yeah.
Holly can't speak. Holly can't understand shit. So Holly's going to.
I mean, Holly, you're a druid. You can understand your friends, but your friends can't understand you. You still have the intelligence, and you're able to understand your friends.
All right, I'm gonna
Because
pretend like
it's not a polymorph. This is a druid
Cool.
It's differently. So
cool. I'm gonna. Mm-hmm. If there's any food left on the table, Holly's going to bend down, put her face like at the edge of the table, and just kind of shovel it in as everyone is talking about plans.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bear.
Well, now that it has a nickname, as interesting as it is, more or less, we... You know what, and I'm not sure this needs to be discussed. Experiments will continue on with how to best approach shithole.
Let's just say that we may have discovered the needed components to flush the shithole.
Yes, exactly. Just quick heads up, materials are very expensive. And
more difficult to get than expensive, probably.
What do you mean? My test prot is very expensive at 1,000 gold coins per shot.
1,000 gold coins for a plunger?
More or less.
Right. There has to be an
And if we
easier
want
way.
it to continue being
Cheaper
this
way.
cheap, we should slay a very specific monster.
Wait, are we actually talking about slaying a monster, or are we talking in code? Because I can do fighting monsters, but...
And it's an actual monster this time. It's not in code, Ramsey.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one on the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. The one would actually be very useful to be able to study and recreate how it has that natural process of eliminating.
Yeah, I have... Oh, wait, here. I got... Shit, I had it somewhere. Holly's just reaching into her hair, rummaging around. Here it is, and I'll pull out the documentation that we got of the actual request, which is the paper we all have access to. And Holly will just put it on the table. Oh wait, no, Holly's still a bear. I don't have access to my bag of holding. Never mind. All right.
Holly shakes at her fur a little bit, and the paper falls onto the table, for the sake of convenience.
Thank you. Oh, so all hair on all creatures that I transform into is connected because it's my hair.
Yeah, because you, as long as the creature is hairy.
You will regret this bit in a little bit time.
Probably.
Absolutely. No, like I'm letting you know you well. We can continue that.
All right. I'm worried. Anyway.
Yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, the monster hunt request kind of flips onto the table.
We should set off to slay this thing in a couple days.
If not sooner.
I agree.
I'm good to go.
Ali, are you?
A bear.
Are you good?
I think Holly
Hol-
needs another week.
Holly is a bear.
Oh, well, then we shall
and-
give you a week, Holly. No worries. I have enough to do some experiments on. Yeah.
Oh, Holly, we can't hear you. We
Holly,
don't
we
understand what you're
can I-
saying.
Can
spare
I
more
do-
than a week.
Can I do a performance check to attempt to?
Interpretive dance?
Yes, I want to interpret the
absolutely,
dance as the
absolutely.
bear.
But please
Thank
use bear stats. Just open up a brown bear. Just open up the brown bear stats.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been meaning to make more performance checks. I don't think Ramsey understands. Can I make a performance check to do the dance too?
Yeah, sure.
Like follow along.
To follow
Yeah,
along
yeah.
the bear.
All right.
Sure. So the goal is not to get a high number. The goal is to match each other.
Okay, nice. The D20 plus 5. I'm rolling.
To translate, you must match.
Well, that's a 5.
15. You've no idea what the fuck they're doing. But Ramsey's following along pretty well. Just, there's no... You can't understand what the fuck Holly is saying.
Okay, well, you guys all have fun.
You're just, like, clapping your hands together.
Yeah, I'm
do
clapping
some
my hands
work.
and like stomping on the ground. There's like little footprints that have become embedded, just like boom, boof, boof.
No, I think this is going to work.
As interesting as this is, I'm gonna go back to work.
Can
I'll talk to you all
I...
later.
What would I roll to try to interpret the dance?
Insight.
Insight and
Good luck.
can Bard College because dance advantage.
No, this is a bear.
This is a holly dance.
It's still a dance.
It's not
It is a
traditional
bear.
dance.
This is a traditional druidic dance, if anything, which I don't think. Do you speak druidic?
Never mind. Quinn.
Apparently I do.
Never mind. Quinn takes one look at Holly doing this little dance. Holly, what are you trying to tell the team?
I am good to leave now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so week cancelled. Holly's good to leave now. As a bear, apparently.
If everyone is ready and like. And now the weird gestures to you make more sense because I'm essentially doing like boating flag signals with my bare arms.
As interesting as that would be, we should be able to leave tomorrow morning without much issue.
The bear thumbs up.
Okay, so tomorrow morning, does anyone else have input on if they need longer than that to prepare?
Well, not all of us are here, so perhaps we should wait on the confirmation of whether we're not leaving tomorrow morning or not for when our friend Rypley arrives.
Well,
Is Rypley?
obviously,
is Rypley
I'm
here?
just-
I assumed Rypley was here.
I thought Rypley
I
was here.
I thought Ripley was in the scene.
Yeah, because Rypley made a comment about William earlier.
Yeah, Ripley just filled
Ripley is
Ramsey
fully-
in.
Yeah, Ripley's
Ripley left.
been here the entire time. Ripley, did you leave at some point? Ripley?
Dante.
No.
Yeah, so Ripley's
No, dude,
still here. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, you guys can either leave now or you can leave the next day if you guys want. You're all five
Tomorrow-
of you are here.
Does tomorrow morning work for everyone?
Bar running sounds great.
I say tomorrow, yes.
All right.
Ripley?
Well, it gives us a chance to say goodbye to people.
All right.
How far away was that monster again?
About
Days trip out? 2
okay.
days?
about 2 days out north. By foot at least. But you could always ask for a hand on moving a little bit faster. You know a couple people, and also you are friends with both Rypley and Holly, who can help you move faster through wooded area. So it'll probably be more like a day, like singular. Because Rypley has the. Is that a background ability?
Outlander, yeah.
Yeah, Outlander, yeah. So
That's okay.
Rypley might be able to help you lead the charge towards the beast.
I don't think he's going to be able to carry anybody, though, is he?
No, it's a navigational thing, right?
Outlanders specifically for things that I'm familiar with, and I can find like food and water more easily.
Ah, I see.
It's maps and geography, basically.
So you can find shortcuts that shorten the route.
Yeah.
You might be able to use it because you were just heading back into the forested area around Endora, which you are fairly familiar with, though you might not be familiar with this specific part of the woods. You're familiar with the forest in general, so it might help. If you guys wanted to head out the next day. Is there anything you guys want to do for the remainder of the day, though?
I want to wait till the night.
All right. Is there anything anybody wants to do for the day?
Ramsey is trying to get in contact with a certain trio known as Triple B. BB Bender and the Beast. But I can wait.
BB Bender and the Beast, of course.
Guess four Bs.
Do you have?
I guess it would be four.
Do you have BB's number?
I do, fortunately.
So you could just call her, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but I would like to wait because I'll BRB. But yes, that's my thing.
Okay. Is there anything anybody wants to do immediately? Because since I completed the
something that
won't do more exercises.
You start doing more push-ups.
Something that won't take time. I just don't remember what I have to roll to check for it. Studying Draconic.
Okay, make an intelligence check.
Okay, I thought
to
so.
study, because you're studying a language, so it is intelligence based. Yes, so go ahead, study that. If you wanted to roll one while you were technically resting on the previous days, I'll let you roll 2 if you want, because you could have been study while you were resting, because we had a couple of days.
So previous days.
Same with Rypley. If you want to keep doing yours, I'll let you make 2.
Natural 20.
Fuck. Okay. And Quinn also got a natural 20, or was that from the thing?
No, I got a 12.
You got 12. Okay.
That was
Quinn, you're learning a little bit faster. It's pretty good. Quinn, I said roll 2.
And then for today, yes.
Ripley, you want to roll another one? 13. 12 and 13. That's really good. So Quinn, you're slowly starting to get a grasp, but you haven't mastered it yet. But you learn the basics. Okay, pretty good. 22 and 10. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, good job. All right. All right.
I want to talk to Quinn.
I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah.
I'm just asking in case anyone else wants to do anything. But I will go up to Quinn, studying in his room like a fucking loser. I'm gonna knock on the door. Hi, Quinn, you there?
Yeah. Is something wrong?
How long do I stay as a bear, by the way?
As long as you want, I think.
Cool.
There is a limit on
3 hours.
It's 3 hours if you want, but you could also change back at any time. So if you wanted to just chill there for like an hour.
As long as you have the charges.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna what does it matter if I go up now or later? Because I can just interpret a dance and Quinn will understand it. Because Quinn knows bear dance. Quinn is fluent in bear dance. So
Quinn learned bear dance faster than Quinn learned Draconic.
Apparently Draconic's hard.
All right.
Apparently. And bear dance is easy to interpret.
Holly will enter the room. And hey, Quinn, I had... So, do you remember that one dream we had where we were on the beach and there was that lobster?
Yes.
Do you remember how we made a promise in that dream where you said you'd help me learn how to insult people?
Mm-hmm.
Could we try that? At least take a crack at it, you know?
I suppose so. Oh, dear. What's the best way to explain how to start?
How about can I tell you what I know from my experience?
By all means.
Okay, so I understand the process of imbuing magic into your voice and sort of speaking and commanding things to do and act, because that's how plants. That's how I interact with plants, which is why I think you could also try to do some druidcraft stuff. But So I know it's that, but that's a lot to like throw and guide. I don't know how to make it so that it hurts. Well, I don't know how to make it hurt, but like hurt magically, not hurt grow wise.
Okay. So. How do I explain this? So, for plants, I would assume that you are speaking words of encouragement and positivity, correct?
Yeah, you're just being polite. You're asking them to do. I mean, you're just asking them to do it. You're not telling them. They got a choice.
So try to do the inverse. Try to study whoever it is that you wish to harm with your words. Find something personal, something that you just have the sense that it would be something that bothers them. Not just like that would bother anyone, but something specific to them.
Okay. So how do... okay.
And
so like...
when you channel that magic into your voice, you're not so much speaking to their body, you are speaking directly to their soul.
Oh.
Their own magic energy inside them.
All right. Could I try it on you real quick, or is that mean?
I mean, I feel like I would be a poor teacher if I didn't let you practice.
All right. I'm gonna try to do an Arcana check to try to feel the magic or whatever. And I would also I can help because I literally have a teacher. That's help action.
Yes,
absolutely.
Help action.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's wrong program. It's not. No, this one. Yes. 19. I feel the magic. Quinn. I'm gonna look directly at Quinn's like chest. You are no one's favorite person. How is that?
How was that, Caleb?
With a 19.
What?
How about we'll do this? Quinn, make a wisdom saving throw, but you also get advantage because technically the spell isn't. It's not a spell. It's just an insult. Like, because you haven't quite learned the spell yet.
Okay. Both of those failed my spell save DC at 15.
It hurt a little bit, Quinn.
Like, hit points wise?
Sure, 1 hit point.
1 hit.
I didn't care about that as long as it hurt.
Until you master the spell, Holly, it'll only do 1 hit point at a time.
That's all I care about. All right. I will practice this later. Thank you kindly. If you ever need help learning Druidcraft, give me a call. Or more give me a holler. I'll be right there. And then Holly will sort of. No, Holly's not an asshole. I wouldn't do that. Holly then leaves and shuts the door. I was debating doing the bit where I leave the door open just a crack and then leave.
You didn't tell me that Holly's alignment switched to evil?
The entire time. Quinn, you just got insulted by a bear. Maybe that's what made it hurt more. Actually, technically, Holly would not have been able to even try to cast a spell because you need to be able to speak a language that the other.
Oh, I assumed
speaks.
I assumed I wasn't a bear.
Oh, you
Yeah, because they were talking.
Sorry, were you not a bear anymore? Sorry, I thought you were still a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
I could have been a bear up until the last part where I cast the spell.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Bears are not good at Arcana spells.
No,
They're not good.
no, not really. Bears are not good casters. Okay, all right. Ramsey,
Ooh.
did you want to call BB or Felix? Is there anything you wanted to do quickly, or because you haven't said anything yet?
Felix doing something? Nothing that really needs to be role played out. They're leaving town the next day, so he'd just be spending some time with Seska if he could.
All right, you head over to Seska's house. I'm gonna hold that thought for a second because I would like to roleplay something with you. If you let him know about if you're there to let him know about your plan.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a second. Ramsey, do you want to go first then?
Sure.
So do you want to call BB?
Yeah, Ramsey's
Yeah.
gonna call BB.
You call BB. And she goes, "Hey." How's it
Hello.
going?
It's going pretty well. I have a job for you, but first, how have you been?
Well, Benner and I've been doing as well as we can. What's the job? And how much does it pay?
Let's see.
And I don't remember what our rate from last time was, but I don't know if you want me to make Ramsey roll a history check to make sure that he doesn't accidentally dig himself into a financial hole.
Well, we are going to be traveling a day north from Andorra. It's going to be the 5 of us. I suppose the question is, how much is it worth to you? I would pay what you need. I value your service.
You want me to teleport you? A day's travel.
Oh, no, I don't want you to teleport me. I want you to, drive us.
Oh, drive. Oh, fuck. Listen,
Yeah, no, I just thought
you've
it'd
been
be...
using our services for teleportation recently. You got understand them.
I understand.
Okay. Listen. There's not a lot of good roads north of Andorra unless we go all the way towards Nimeth and up that way to Istal, but towards Istal. There's no good roads up there. It would be mostly all off road. Listen, the beast ain't built for that.
Do you need snow tires? Because I will buy you snow tires.
Ramsey, thanks for the offer, but snow tires aren't really a thing. Cars are great vehicles, but they're not they're not great, especially for trips into the deep forest. It's good for paved roads and moving fast. They're city vehicles, you know?
Okay.
Mine's just a little special because I got Bender. So.
How is Bender, by the way?
Oh, he's doing great. Yeah.
Can you put Bender on the phone?
No.
Why?
He's down for a nap right now.
Oh, never mind. I don't want him to be woken up.
I ain't waking him up, alright. He gets so cranky when I wake him up.
He's very cute.
I don't need to deal with him. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell him that next time you see him.
I will.
Right.
I promise I will.
Listen, I wish I could be a little bit more help, but if you guys are in trouble, we'll take, how about this? We'll take 20% if you guys are in trouble, and we'll get you out of there real fast.
Hey, yes, definitely.
Alright. Then our prize is 20% of whatever the fuck your reward is.
Right. That works for me.
Alright. Now you call me if you find yourself in any trouble then.
I will. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah.
Ramsey's, as Ramsey says goodbye and hangs up, I'd like gonna take a paper out on his desk and he's gonna start sketching. And it's just, I've got my new long-term project.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
make snow tires.
No! No!
I don't think it'll work, but Ramsey tries things and fails all the time. It's fine.
Alright.
I think it'd be funny.
Alright, Ramsey. Okay. Felix.
Yeah.
Felix, you head over to...
Hello.
I was imagining you just head up to Suska's house. Unless you invite him over to your house, to the homestead, but, or the grove, I guess is what you call it now.
I can just give him a call and see what he would rather do.
Listen, he'll go either way. If he's free, it's wherever you want him.
I'll hang out at his place.
Alright, you're gonna go to his place?
Yeah, I'll hang out at his place.
You head over to his abode, and he invites you over, makes you some, a nice, sort of spiced tea, and, invites you in. For the sake of Remedy, do you just let him know what your plan is? Because, we've already been over it, a bunch of times today.
Yeah, he'll, let him know what's going on.
Suska just is interested, especially with your strange plan of harvesting phone batteries. Are you still going with that plan to harvest phone batteries for the residuum?
Eventually, yeah, when I can afford it.
You hear Suska just go, I think there might be a better option than just using the batteries of spell phones.
Is there a cheaper way to get? Fuck, what's it called?
Residuum?
Yes, that one.
Residuum. Like
Residuum.
residual? Like the word residual, but it's residuum.
Dovestone. Residuum.
Yes, the fancy magic rock. I know what you mean. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. I mean, I'd have to do a little bit more research, but I heard about these sort of arcane observatories. There was apparently one built for every sort of class of magic. From last I heard about it, I'd have to do a little bit more research. They're located on some of the highest sort of points of elevation around Caldera, at least to my knowledge. Or maybe places where magic is powerful. I don't really remember. I'd have to look into it. But I heard that those sort of the telescopes in the observatories are powered by, ginormous residuum crystals. And if you can find one, it's quite possible you might be able to use one of their crystals to, complete the task.
You don't think taking the stone out of there is going to cause any long-term problem, do you?
I don't think so. Nobody's used those towers in years. I mean, they used to be powerful, maybe... Well, they were built after us. After the dragons left or whatever. So...
Oh, then they didn't last long at all. Jeez.
Yeah, a good 20 years. The humans are weird. Apparently that's a long time for them, but it's fine. Now there's just a bunch of buildings built everywhere that are kind of abandoned, I guess. It might be worth looking into. I know there's a few around here. I've never been to one myself, but...
Well, if we can get our hands on a large chunk, and then one for the ritual itself, and one for experimentation.
Oh, if you
that would
want
be good.
residuum for experimentation, I mean, I could get you a small chunk, like a raw chunk.
Really?
Oh, of course.
That'd be awesome.
It's expensive, but,
What would I owe you in return?
How about just night out.
You're on.
All right. I'll stop planning a dinner then, I guess. And I'll find you a funny rock in return.
Funny rock. Yes! Ah!
It's a fairly common material. The humans love to use it to power literally anything.
Apparently you can't shrink it.
No, because it uses itself as a spell component.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Till I used it on Ramsey's phone.
You did. Oh, no. Felix.
It's fine, I fixed it.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm glad you fixed it. But, I mean, now you know. I mean, yes, it uses itself as spell. Technically, you can cast spells without even using, you know, vocal components if you want to use Residuum. It's a matter of willing it with intent.
Interesting. That would be fun to look into, but I also need to figure out a way to transport a very large piece of it from one point to another without it dying.
I mean,
So, that's going to be a fun thing to experiment with.
you could just try to get a carriage. A really big carriage, I guess.
Yeah, but then the dumb mutt will see it coming.
True. Well, you could cast invisibility on it, I guess. Well, you would have to put it in a big box and then cast invisibility on the box.
How sensitive is it? Would it not see that as, like...
Oh, good point. It might. Especially with a rock that big. This is difficult.
Bust.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to use the tiny little ones that I managed to get out of the phone batteries and experiment that way.
Well, I can...
Slightly less expensive.
Yes, exactly. I'm pretty sure I could find you a couple more. And a couple more small ones. Or if you have one already, I'd suggest maybe cutting it up into smaller bits. That way you don't waste all of it in one go, because the crystal itself is fairly sensitive, so...
Good point. Yeah, I could probably cut my back up.
Cut the backup up into other pieces, so then you can use it more often. And then that way you're not, you know, spending nearly 10 million gold on phone batteries. That would be absurd. And coming from you, I would hope... Yeah, I just...
Definitely not my plan. Nope.
Sarah... 1 second.
Dang, Seska got a call from someone else?
Apparently.
Wow.
It's a popular man.
Speaking of popular man, dang, he's offering you dinner and a funny rock already? I didn't think the funny rock date was so soon.
Man likes you.
Damn, that was quick.
He likes you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn, Seska.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he just looks at you a little bit disappointed. He just goes, Seraph.
You would.
So this is the first time you had a dumb idea when there was an easier solution. Well, you should really spend a little bit more time in the libraries. A lot has happened in, you know.
I know, I have to catch up. I'm really behind.
It's okay. I'm almost as behind, but I've made allies now that have kept me up to date, I guess is the best way to put it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, do you have any more questions for him? Because I guess from then on you guys can just hang out.
Nope, I don't have anything that comes to mind.
Okay. You hang out, you have dinner as usual, and maybe cuddle up on the couch together.
Noise.
Alright. Rypley, you wanted to do something come the night, right?
Can I find a way to hide and like set out one of the bear traps that I have?
Sure, and also roll me a D100 as Booms has something that they would like to Rypley also do. 99. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, go off, kid. Yeah. Okay.
Close.
Fuck. Damn. Okay. Yes. Also, can you roll me a stealth check while I figure out what 99 is? Because I don't remember.
Can I potentially use mold earth to like soften the ground to hide it under?
10? Yes, you can.
So it's, or at least I kind of dust it over and like make it look more hidden.
All right. 99 is you regain all expended spell slots, which is not super good for you. So how about instead I give you this, because 99 is also really good. So alternate to 99 is, it will be, you have one question in which you can directly ask me for an answer. So
just write that down because
yeah, because that one is the one for, God, where is it? I'll find it. Give me a second. I'll give you this one in a sec. This one's also really fun.
Okay, I'll save that for when I
think it's 50. Ready. Yes. A mystic spirit appears within your peripheral vision. You can ask it one question in which it must answer honestly, which basically means you can ask me, the DM, one question about anything you want, and I must answer honestly. It doesn't mean I need to give you a big answer, but I just need to answer honestly.
I can say something, you'll just say yes or no.
Yeah, basically, I could, or I could give you a slightly more detailed answer if I feel like you deserve it, you know. Because Jegg got this a while ago, and Jegg asked...
I'll use this at some point.
Yeah, Jegg asked a question. And if you want, you could... I think Jegg just asked it in DMs, so if you want to ask your question in DMs later, or just whenever, I will answer it.
Okay,
right.
So...
Yes, with Molders, you can easily soften the ground.
Hide it.
And kind of, you soften the ground and kind of dig a little hole, are able to hide the trap a little bit more.
Okay, I'm going to... Is the roof really high up?
Your roof, yes. And there's also a bunch of, like, foliage that kind of hides it. So if you wanted to hide up there, it would make a really good cover.
Okay.
Because of the giant oak tree. It's an oak tree, right? Or is it a willow tree? Holly.
Willow.
Sorry, Liz is eating.
With my new ability, I can negate fall damage a lot easier, so if I have to.
Yeah, you're fine. You crawl up there and you hide. Roll a stealth check for me.
Is that with advantage with the cover?
Sure, because you do have cover, sure.
It's cocked, but it's 18.
18. You are pretty well hidden as you sit there and watch.
I will wait for as long as it takes until somebody suspicious comes up, because apparently that's happening.
It is happening. Go ahead and make a perception check for me while you wait.
Yeah. Where is that? The picture. Ramsey's picture is hiding it, but I can.
It's a 22.
16.
Yeah, I see it. With a 22, you wait there for a while, and kind of around the equivalent of what would be like between like 10 to 10:30, a lichen folk. This appears to be kind of a young woman, with kind of like brownish hair that's kind of tied back and kind of like a messy bun. Appears to be kind of half elven-ish. Well, like it's like she's like, and it doesn't matter. But kind of like a baggier, kind of like almost like a worker's, like a denim jacket kind of on. Walks by, and you could see as she approaches your trap, she begins to kind of sniff the area out a little bit more, and you could see she gets a little bit on edge.
Does she step in the trap?
She kind of looks around. She smells something's off, and she slows down and kind of looks around. She doesn't step in your trap, sadly.
Okay,
She kind of looks around and begins to investigate.
Great. I'm going to fucking Batman Arkham jump from my spot and tackle her.
Okay. roll a grapple check, I guess.
So is is that athletics or is that just straight up strength?
I think it's your athletics versus her acrobatics.
Okay. Okay. $23.
Okay, give me 1 second, please. I don't have that anymore. Fuck. Unless it's one of these many untitled documents, which it might be. I'm sorry, I thought this would be easier to find. It's not. Never mind. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay, Caleb. I've just marked this off on my Caleb Teafling bingo.
Yeah, me not being prepared. It's pretty
No,
great.
it's okay. No, no.
Caleb, that's the free space. We don't. That one's already been marked off.
That's true. That is so true.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, next to that, the gang improving around while Caleb stares into the void.
Yummy, yummy abyss. Look at that, Caleb. Look into it. Look into the
Yeah,
void.
it's the void. It's your face.
I do like the abyss quite a lot.
Oh no, not the abyss. Wait, I forgot. This canon place in our campaign.
It is a canon place in your campaign, and I like it.
I don't want to go back there.
I want to go back there. Well, sorry.
Oh.
Liz wants to go back there.
That's fair.
I want to go
Jegg
back
does
there.
want to go back there, unfortunately. But that makes me worse as a person.
I think... does Holly want to go back there? Fuck it, I'll make it so Holly wants to go there. I'm gonna make Holly make more worse decisions for every second Caleb does not come back. How about that? For Caleb to finish his thought. That's a good time limit, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, wait, we're making him panic. I can smell it.
All right,
smells like motor oil.
Mind. Yeah. Because I don't have the document anymore, it's fine. I'm just not gonna do what I wanted to do originally. This I can't.
For those of you at home, I said it smells like motor oil because Caleb's VTuber is a robot boy. I'm not sure if you caught that cool lore.
Listen, only the cool kids understand. It's fine. In the meantime, Rypley, you basically leap down and try to basically pounce on top of this girl and kind of pin her back down to the ground. As she yelps and kind of begins to kind of lean up, she kind of goes and just kind of scratches at you. That is a line of words that you have sent to me, and I don't know what any of that means.
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't understand the joke.
It's fine.
like going back on the original
I'm going
idea
back
that
well, yeah, because I have no idea, because I have no information, so I
Okay,
can't do
that's
it. So sorry, because that was going to be the original. Like, unless you can send it to me, and then
no, it's fine. This works better.
Alright, fine. But you managed to tackle her to the ground.
I want to just keep hitting her until she's knocked out.
Cool. Okay, roll an attack. Shit, because she kind of like begins to kind of defend herself and kind of tries to push you off of her immediately.
Go to sleep.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. A 16 hits. She is unarmored.
Go to sleep. 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 Go to sleep.
16 hits. She is unarmored.
Can I offhand?
Yeah, you can.
Go to sleep.
A 6 doesn't hit, and a 12 doesn't hit you, right?
What do you mean? That's a 26.
No. She's hitting you. Yes, a
Oh.
26 hits. A 12 and a 6 don't hit, as she is like pinned. Okay, sure. For the sake of things, so you crack her in the side of the skull a couple of times, and you just watch as she her body just goes limp. She just stops fighting you.
Is this person asleep?
Like, she's knocked out. Yeah, you knocked
Okay,
her out.
I'm going to take this person and go and get Assassin's Creed fucking roof run till I get to Noctis's house.
You scoop her up and you bring her to Noctis's house. Okay, cool.
Can I hear people?
You can hear some quiet chatter inside. Yeah, the lights are on.
Great.
You hear people chatting in Lycan, which is a language
Can
you
I
understand and recognize.
Make an active perception check to try to distinguish if he's there.
Okay, go for it.
It's a soft 20.
He is a really recognizable voice, and you can't hear it.
Okay, good. Just making sure. I'm going to... What do I want to do?
You've knocked out a woman and have her, like, dangling over your shoulder.
I am going to very gently and politely throw her at the front door.
Is that gentle?
Yes.
You really are your sibling's brother.
Okay. You just chuck her body at the door. Make a strength check.
I don't care if the door breaks, I just want them to hear it.
Cool. That's fine.
19.
The door doesn't break fully, but it cracks and indents as you chuck her at her, and her head kind of cracks against the door, and you can see bits of light kind of breaking through the wood, and you hear like some of the conversation stops immediately, and you hear them mutter like, "What was that? Who? What? What was that?" And then the door kind of opens and he goes, "Fuck! Are you trying to run?"
No, I'm standing there.
You see the door opens and a handful of Lycan poke their noses out, and they look at you. And you hear them, like, immediately growl in a response. And one of them just goes, "The hell you doing here?"
I can ask the same thing about that one in front of my house.
So we're not allowed to wander the city, huh?
When you have done it apparently for almost a week, and stopping every time apparently like clockwork.
You see, one of the Lycan kind of steps out. Kind of like this is the same, I guess you wouldn't know. Same kind of man from a couple nights earlier. Dark, kind of shaggy, kind of blackish gray hair with the green eyes. And he steps out. Listen. You know as well as I do that it's just business. Ain't gotta be personal, little prince.
It seems pretty damn impersonal when you're scouting the place that I live and actively, trying to figure out where we are, wondering what everything's going on. I don't you don't see me or my friends coming around here listening in onto whatever you're doing.
It's a small world.
It's a small world, 2 districts apart.
And yet there's only so many lycanfolk at the city. Can't we just look out for each other?
When it seems like you're apparently casing the joint, not a chance.
Casing it? Nah. We've been assigned to protect it.
I want to roll insight.
Go ahead.
Where is insight? There it is. 19.
He's not lying to you.
Alright then. Protect from what?
We don't know. Just doing the job. Keep an eye on the place. Check in. Let him know if you're home or not.
And what would happen if I just so happened to be home like tonight?
I'd let him know.
And then what?
I don't know. It's a one-way call. And unless we get word back to act, nothing. Listen. The king gave us, your brother gave us this great house to live in an actual city with people. We're just taking the opportunity. And, in response, he's asked us to do these very simple tasks for him every other night. And beyond that, we just get to do whatever the hell we want. So we take shifts, take turns.
And why do you go along with it?
Because he's our king. Of course we obey him.
Or are you too chicken shit to go against him?
Oh. And why would you think we would want to do that?
What do you think? You think I'd tell him that his brave army is scared? You can tell me.
We're not scared of him, Your Highness. We work willingly for him, for his action, for his cause. He's gonna save the world. We're finally gonna have what we deserve.
That's the funny thing. It's the things you say like this, the things you do and what you follow, that gives any other nice lycanfolk a bad name. nearly everywhere that I've gone, I've been perceived as a beast. Something to be feared of, all because of his reputation.
And is that really a bad thing?
In my eyes, yes.
You see the sort of the gray wolf kind of, he leans back slightly, and you hear someone else whisper just behind the door, in Lycan, just says, "He's weak, isn't he?" And then you hear another one snicker.
Ripley, as I will look down at the unconscious body and then look up. That took 0 effort to do.
The gray wolf kind of looks back at you and he goes, "Listen, if you got any more questions, you could come right to me. Name's Kyrus. We're not gonna... Yeah, it's K. K-R-Y-U-S. And to be clear, we have no intention of bothering your friends on whatever the fuck you're doing. It's got nothing to do with us. We're just here trying to live our best lives and take advantage of the opportunity. Alright? I mean, you're here too. You have to understand that the clan life just doesn't really suit Lycan folk like us anymore.
And why might that be?
Look around. The world is changing. The humans are trying to take over the woods, chopping down trees, consuming and burning things into their skies. Take them down from the inside. That's our plan, at least. Though, not really sure how to do that yet. It's a work in progress. Right now, we just mind our own business and make sure the humans know not to bother us. Not that they want to. Our neighbors moved out weeks ago. Said we were too loud and rowdy. That's just what they get when the pack moves in, I mean. Any more questions?
Not a question, just a statement. I think the lot of you are all delusional.
You'll see how we see things one day, little prince.
That man that you call king is nothing. Would someone like him feel fear? If you believe him to be as strong and fearless as he claims he is, then you're wrong.
I don't claim him to be anything. I just claim for him to be our king. That's all I need. He bleeds, just like you and me. But he's our king, and I respect that. He won that fight fair and square. He says that and he looks directly at you, Rypley.
I'm going to extend my steel claws in intimidation.
Roll an intimidation check.
Ah, shit. Bouncing on the 17th.
You extend the steel claws and you see Kyrus smile. And like the big toothy, like you could see the fangs in his jaw as he smiles. And he goes, "What? Are your claws not fully formed yet? Are those prosthetics?"
Want to find out?
Oh, gladly. And you see he kind of like leans down and prepares, and you see one of the other lycanfolk kind of grab him by the shoulder and pull him back. And you hear them whisper, "You can't, the prince." And then Kyra stops. He sighs, and he like, it's almost like he, like the realization kind of hit it. Like he was saying it teasingly, but there is a sense of like loyalty to it. There he goes. Maybe one day. But not now. Not while you still have a say in the clan. He kind of snarls at you a little bit.
Sooner or later, he'll be the one bowing down to me. All he is a hurdle in my way.
Sure. Sure he is.
Mark my words. Someday, somehow, he will fall and I will be the king. I declare now that I'll be the strongest one in Caldura. He's nothing but a hurdle to me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Where is that? I want to say performance. What's with the fucking 8s?
You hear the lycanfolk that have been listening to this conversation begin to laugh. And it's a very loud, almost like hyena-like laugh, as they just begin to laugh as they hear you say that. And there's actual cackles as you hear people begin to wheeze. As, they're just like, the prince thinks he's so strong, oh, that's so cute, oh, he's adorable, oh my god, guys, you gotta see this, he's so cute. And people are teasing you actively, and there's a cacophony of people who are laughing at you. And Kyra smiles. He doesn't laugh, but he smiles and listens. He has enough respect for you not to laugh, but the others, not so much. Good night, Prince. You see him turn around and he just goes, "Everybody back inside." And slowly, the cackling wolves kind of begin to make their way back inside the house. And they're snickering.
Don't forget to pick your embarrassment off the ground.
Hopefully you didn't carve her head in too bad. She's a new scout. Not that much older than you. He scoops the girl off the floor and heads inside. Anything else you want to do?
Let's go back the same way that I came.
You head home. Alright. The next day comes around and you guys pack up and are ready to set off. In hopes to find this mysterious anti-magic monster, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait. Is Dante just gonna be the king of every nation?
Apparently, if that happens.
Let's go! Listen, I'm up for it. Like, I really enjoyed that scene.
It's not really a nation, it's more like a civilization.
No, I mean, you're gonna be king of Caldura, just you wait.
That's true.
I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about all of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to rule a country. That sounds so lame. Why do I want to be a politician?
Lame. All right,
No,
well,
no,
we are.
that's fine.
Okay, we are like 3 hours in, and I think we could probably cut it here, and if you want to start next week, we start the venture out, and then we fight the monster. That might be pretty good. So
that sounds
That could
good.
be really fun. Yeah, I'd love to do that next week.
so we'll end it here today.
Nice. Steven, you didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to give us a great cliffhanger.
I'm good.
Huh?
Oh,
Okay,
Mr.
thanks.
Bubbles is live.
Huh?
Mr. Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles 52. Come on, Liz. We met him on Valorant that one time.
Sorry, the only Mr. Bubbles I can only think of is my fucking D&D character, and you know that.
I know
The
that, which
only
is why it's
Mr. Bubbles
funny.
I
Which
can
is partly
think
why I
of
followed
is from
him.
Lilo and Stitch.
No. All right.
Mm,
The social
Well,
level of
everybody
Mr.
get in.
Bubbles.
We'll raid.
mhm.
We'll raid them. Everybody get on if you want to raid. We'll raid tonight, and then I'm gonna head to bed. Really, I'm probably gonna head to bed right away. I am exhausted. I've had a very long weekend. It was a very fun weekend, but a very long weekend.
So, like, we barely did anything.
Listen, talking to you,
You didn't
for
even
more than
leave
one
the
day at a
house.
row, Steven, is too much.
We talk almost every day, Caleb.
Shut up. Yeah, you're lame. All right.
Yes, I am.
All right, everybody say bye. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Next week, someone might
Hello.
die.
Oh, lol.